あの子は今日も部屋から一歩も出てきません。相変わらず空想の友達の話をしています。私がそんな子はいないのよって説明すると、見たこともないような恐ろしい形相で、あの子のあんな顔見たこともない。先生、明るくて元気で。
お母さん。
Hey guys, how are you doing? See, we're gonna try to get as long as we can in this game today because I know people find this game kind of boring, but I just wanna finish it because I like the game. Let's see. Load game. The game is kind of slow today, but that's fine. Ah, come on. Nope. Come on. I don't want to do this. Come on. No. No. I lost it. Try again. This game, oh my god. Never on my side. Okay. Okay. So we did as we were instructed, and then suddenly everything went dark. There was violent shaking, and then the Then they were here in this old schoolhouse, no explanation. Kisami, we just need to get out of here. We need to work together and get out of this horrible place. Let's try to find an exit. What about Katayama? I will carry him. Yuya. You was so kind. You can always count on boys in times like this. Still, there was a potential problem with this curse of action. Wait. But if there are more traps, if you carry someone piggyback, you won't be able to react quickly enough to avoid them. But I know we have to. What I'm thinking is we find a way out and ensure the road between here and there is safe, then come back for Katayama. That is not a good idea. I will agree to that. Yeah. Ryusuke, don't worry, we won't leave you behind, will we? But okay. Okawa was in a state of absolute panic. He just kept muttering to himself. At Katayama's side, the two of them had always been extremely close. It's only natural he'd be worried, though his concern kind of bordered on obsession. But who is going to go? We could lose our own legs on the blink of an eye just walking around in here. You're the one who said we should find an exit in the first place, so you go. Maybe. Shimada practically spit his answer at her, and I hate people like him. Sure, he had a pretty face, that's basically all he had, though. People like him poses as models in men's journals, but they're not good for much else. Oh my god. He got a lot of girls too, but I'm not one of them. I could never get past his awful attitude. It's such a huge turn off for me when guys act like that. Not that I couldn't admire speaking with confidence at first. And of course, I try to do it myself whenever I can. But there's a difference between speaking forcefully and speaking in a way that belittles others. Shimada was basically just cold and uncaring. I will go. I'm the one who suggested separating after all. Toko. I will go too. Yeah. What a difference, like night and day. Kind, thoughtful people like him don't make flippant remarks. They just man up and get stuff done. I was crushing on him harder than ever, because now not only did I think he was both cool and hot, I also gained a ton more respect for him. There is no need for everyone to go. One more person should be plenty. Any takers? Dead silence, no volunteers. Everybody just looked at one another, then looked away as if they were ashamed of themselves. I want to do. What to do? What do I do, Ryusuke? You be lonely here all by yourself, won't you? He was frantically was frantically shifting his gaze from one person to another. I never seen him so on edge before. Finally, the silence was broken by a loud, shrill male voice, definitely not whom I would have picked. Ah, goddammit, fine. I will go, you stay here. Are you sure? It's okay, Kirisaki said she will go. She's a girl, so I... Oh, sorry. Jesus. I said I'm going, you wait here. You go for good for nothing, Zack. You just get in the way anyway. Alright, I'll stay here with Ryusuke. Ryusuke. Good luck. Come on, let's go. If we don't hurry, Katayama would be in real danger. But go be careful, okay? I will. Was I scared? You bet I was scared, but in a situation like this, everybody has to work together. And as long as I had any willpower left in me, I wasn't about to give up. Plus, it didn't hurt that Yuka was with me, so I knew everything was going to turn out just fine. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Let's go. The word infirmary was written on the plate above the door. Somehow the door just felt like it will be deserted. I was oddly confident about that. Not sure if I felt that way. Not sure why I felt that way, to be honest, but for good measure I shouted, "Is anybody in there?" We still hadn't found Mitsuki after all. I didn't hear her call back though, so really we had no business in this room whatsoever. Wait, well... Jesus Christ. Was that the key sticking out of the lock? Who would lock the door but left the key? What would be the point? What's up with that? The key's just sitting there. What are you doing? There could be boogeymen in there or something, or... shit. And then what will we do? I figure better to lock him in and keep him out of our here. And what exactly do you plan to do with that key? I'm gonna hang on to it, of course. Oh shit, sorry. Stop tossing it around. That's dangerous. Don't worry, I always catch every throw. Hell, I can go whatever. I can go even higher. Honestly, pain in the ass. Shimada was such a pain in the ass. I really couldn't stand the guy. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah.
しつこい。分かったからやめて。
God, you're persistent. Look, you. Thank you, Abby. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you doing? My day was perfectly fine. I guess I was at work and I got a lot of congratulations and stuff at work, and it was super fun. I got free lunch, so I was happy. And when I came home, I got muffins and cake from my fiance, and then the rest of the day I just relaxed and watched stuff on the TV and stuff. Yeah, I didn't do much actually, but it was a fine day. I'm super happy about it. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm trying to be finished with this game because I love the game, but it's really long, and I understand that people have grown bored of it, so I'm just trying to finish it up because I see that my viewer count is really bad for this game. People don't like it, but that's fine. I love it, but I'm gonna try to finish it today as fast as possible, or hopefully today. Hey, Trashy! How are you doing? Oh, yeah. It was fun in the beginning, but now we are at part 10, and yeah. You can make but spot ignore you, Trashy, if you think he's annoying. It's going good, by the way. I'm trying to beat this game. I'm doing okay. Oh jeez. I can? Yeah. I can tell you how to. Just a few seconds. Is this the right? No, this is not the right. This is the right one. You type. You type exclamation point and then ignore me in one word. Yay! There you go. There we go. Yay! Now he's not gonna bother you anymore. Just stop already.
ここ天井高えな。
The ceiling in this place sure is high. Let's see if I can touch it. Ollie. Oops. Okay. The hell did it go? By the way, Trashy, my plan today is to I have this chapter which I just started, and another chapter, and then I'm finished with the game. So I will try to. Who is this? I don't know. It's another group we have started to follow. Apparently, I don't know. But I'm gonna try to stream as long as possible today just to get this game over with. Because I see that people are getting bored of this game, and that's understandable. So let's see how far we can get today. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Oh wow, another? Oh gosh, good luck. Thank you. Yeah, it's this chapter and another chapter, and then we are done. And then I'm gonna play something else that is not this text heavy, because yeah. I like the game, but I see that people don't like it as much as me, so I don't know. Yeah, whatever, I don't give a shit. Now the infirmary was cut off from us. If we needed it, brilliant. The shit keeps up the stream again. Yeah. I would hope that doesn't happen today, but I really appreciate people chatting, so it's kind of like if people get here and distract me that much, that's a good thing, and then I'm happy. But the way I've seen the game or my streams with this game, my chat is really dead. So I'm gonna try to just be finished with this game. But if the chat gets crazy, I see that as a plus. That's fair, yeah. It's an exit, an honest to God goddess exit. We can finally get out of here. I rushed over to the door, hopeful yet afraid, knowing it might not open, but praying this horrid place would show us at least a little mercy. Gingerly, I raised my hand and pushed on it, and it swung open without even the slightest hesitation. It seemed almost too easy. Uh-oh. It was unnaturally dark outside though, and the rain was coming down so hard that peeking my head out was for just a moment left my uniform completely soaked. Shimada pushed past me, throwing the door open even wider with his usual lack of regard for anyone or anything around him. My clothes went from soaked to drenched in a matter of seconds. If I were to actually walk out in it, I felt like I would drown. What is this place? It's way too dark out here. We're in a forest, maybe? It's really coming down. If we went out there in a rainstorm like this, we would get soaked to the bone. I wouldn't mind seeing that look on you. Wow. Creep. Anyway, we know we can get outside safely now. Let's go back and get Katayama. Bro. Okay. Come on, Yuya. Despite our having found a way out, Yuya's demeanor hadn't changed a bit. He was standing back by the hall where he could watch over us while also keeping an eye out for anyone else who might happen by the model of maturity. Shimada, on the other hand, you guys go back if you want to, but I'm leaving. What? I'm not about to stick around in this fucked up place any longer than I have to. Screw the others, I'm out of here. You can't be serious. Hell yeah, I'm serious. Those assholes are the one who chose to stay behind. They're just gonna die one by one, and I say let them. So I don't think you were quite that callous, but far be it from me to stop you. Say, Kirisaki, you wanna come with me? No, creep. The tone in his voice said it all. He hit the ultimate blow. After abandoning his friends to save his own hide, he was now basically positioning me. What? I really don't want to see you die. You've been real precious to me for quite some time, you know. Creep. With an obviously rehearsed and truly sickening pickup line. He really was the slime ball to end all slime balls. Wow. Unbelievable. What the hell is wrong with you? Get your eyes off me, you jackass. I couldn't believe he had the nerve to pull something like this. I felt like that may have been the first time I've ever truly yelled at someone. I was absolutely livid. And he wasn't even done. No, he still had plenty of salt left to throw in the wound. Oh, shut the hell up, you ugly bitch. Don't go get the wrong idea. I was just trying to be nice and give you a ticket out of this hellhole. But if you don't want it, that's your loss. You need to die already. This guy is a lost cause, Yuya. Let's just go. My head was swimming. I was scared. I was angry. I was sad. Every negative emotion brought to the forefront, and every positive emotion pushed away. I don't look back. I just turned away from Shimada, walked over to Yuya's side, and continued past him into the hallway. Yuya had been watching all of this unfold from the other side of the room and for a moment he just stood there staring blankly at Shimada. The hell are you looking at? Get out of my sight, you spacey bastard. Shimada then drew a large knife from his breast pocket. Its tip struggled to glisten in the dull light of the room, but it did ultimately succeed. He began waving it around like a dumbass, probably thinking it made him look more menacing. Check it out, just bought this baby yesterday, not bad, but I could put it to good use in a lot of ways. Haha, you're an amusing fellow. This is so weird. Does that asshole really have 10 girlfriends? How is that even possible? And yet I'm precious to him somehow. What a crock. How low of an opinion must he have of women to generally to pull crap like that? There's just no excuse. I was indignant. I was fuming. I just kept cursing and mumbling as I fast walked back to the third floor to meet up with the others. And all the while Yuya was keeping pace with me, saying nothing at all. Always the model of maturity. Always even-tempered, he really was like a rock, or maybe he found my muttering annoying and was just keeping quiet, so I just do the same. I didn't like that possibility one bit, so I mentally slapped myself on the cheek, forced positivity in my voice, and tried to engage him in cheery banter. Okay. You're a far better man than he is. You never said or done anything to hurt a lady, right? I mean, I know you got a lot of women falling for you, but I never once heard a single bad rumor about you from any of them. It's kind of amazing. I looked him squarely in the eyes, as if asking him, isn't that right? And for a moment his eyes met mine, but then they went right back to the wall. Was he not used to receiving compliments from women? That seemed hard to believe. I'm not sure what you mean. What you mean? What a cute, innocent response. No, he's a crazy man. I must have come across as bipolar to him or something. 1 second I tried to lighten the mood with small talk and compliments, and then I start to feel scared of this school again, or angry at Shimada, or sad for Katayama. My mind just couldn't make up its mind what to feel. Doko, Emmy, isn't anyone here? Isn't anyone there? Mitsuki? That was Mitsuki, wasn't it? It was coming from downstairs. Mitsuki's voice echoed from below, but our friends were waiting for us above. Party! For a moment I wasn't sure which direction to go, but only for a moment. The fact is, our friends were very, very close, so close that it would be foolish not to tell them what was going on before chasing after Mitsuki. Come on, we need to check in with Emmy, and the others then followed that voice downstairs. Yuya just nodded and began running up the stairs, and I was right behind him. Sorry it took so long, we found an exit. Come on, we have to get moving. I was out of breath, staring down at the ground and talking to what I assumed would be 3 very attentive friends. But then I looked up. They were all there, but there was no immediacy, no urgency on anyone's face. Emmy and Okawa weren't even looking at me, nor at Yuya, but at Katayama. They were fixated on his face, and each bore a sad, hopeless, empty expression, and they certainly weren't about to get moving. There was a general heaviness in the air. Something was very wrong. I gently reached out my hand and touched Emmy's shoulders. What's going on, Emmy? Toko, Katayama's getting weaker. He's not going to make it. Yosuke, why won't you talk to me? Say something, please. Emmy's weak eyes were filled with tears. Where did I get weak from? Emmy's eyes were filled with tears. Okawa, too, was cradling Katayama's head and looked like he'd been crying this whole time. His eyes were bright red and his nose was running. Yuya, still saying nothing, just walked over to Katayama's side, bent down and began examining his wound. Yuya,
急いだ方がいい。
we need to hurry. The four of us silently but unanimously agreed that our best course of action was to pick up Katayama and bring him out through the exit we discovered. And we had to be very quick about it, or he really would die. I could tell just by looking at him that his time was almost up. Kizami, can you carry him?
あ、
Yeah.
背に乗せる
I
のを
could
手伝っ
use
て
your help getting him up on my back though.
涼介、
Yosuke, hang in there, we will save you.
みんなが
As
助けてく
this
れるぞ。
was all going on, I had that nagging feeling like I was forgetting something. Of course, Mitsuki. We had to go find her, we couldn't just leave her behind after all. Yuya, do you mind if I run downstairs and look for Mitsuki? If she wanders too far, she might. He didn't even have to say anything. This time his eyes told me the whole story. I got it. I know I can trust you with this task, they say. And that was enough for me. I shoot off down the hall like a bullet. I was determined to find Mitsuki and rejoining everyone en route. I hurried down the second floor, but Mitsuki's voice was coming from even farther down. I have to keep going to the first floor ahead of the others. Okay. Let's see. South or south east west. I tend to walk down the hallway northwest toward the exit or the hallway north from the exit. North of the exit. Let's see. The exit is there. So I have to try to go here. No, if I got this place mapped out right in my head, I would just be getting farther and farther from where we had heard a voice this way. I should go back. Again, heading back to the southeast and then I went. Oh, sorry. I'm hitting the mic like crazy today. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, let's see. There. If I keep running in circles like this, I'd never... BRB. Okay. Like this, I'd never find her. I was in a state of panic and I was allowing it to steer my path. Frustrated with the situation and with myself for choosing to give up and head back. Empty-handed, I forced myself to stop and turn. I was going to do what I should have done in the first place, call out Mitsuki's name with everything I had in me and hope she responded. Where are you, Mitsuki? We're all here. No answer. Just the cold, lonely sound of rain and wind bearing down on this old, dilapidated building. This may have been a fairly large school, but sound traveled well in here if she were anywhere in this hallway, I'm sure she would have heard me. And if she were just here only minutes ago, she definitely should have been around now. Could something have happened to her? Mitsuki. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, what? That a ghost? Okay. Center. This is so weird. Up and down, up and down. Okay. What the hell was that? What had just appeared in front of me? From the look of it, you're another victim wagged her against your will now. Well, I will tell you now, there is no escape from this school. There is nothing to be gained here but despair, though if you got an iron will, you might be able to survive for a little while at least. Here, you should have this. It will help keep the wandering spirits at bay, though it only works once. So take it, get it out there and fight like hell. Stay alive as long as you possibly can. The spirit vanished, but lying on the floor below there was a gemstone, specifically a violet-colored gemstone, probably an amethyst. So I can use that to keep the wandering spirits at bay one time, huh? Guess you meant the full body one, or it would kept him at bay too. Either way, with this gem, I felt like I could actually get back to my friend's safety. I was as hopefully as one could expect, all things considered. Acquired amethyst. Of course, he also said there was no escape from here, but it was my prerogative to believe that I wanted to believe and ignore what I wanted to ignore. gives a lot of sense. Southeast. Turn to the hallway just south of the northeast. This one then. It appears to be the ghost of a young boy. Is the amethyst. I held the amethyst in front of me and approached the spirit. And incredibly, it actually worked. Both the ghost and the gem faded and disappeared. The Sarah was now free to be traversed. Pan, Emmy, are you okay? There was like a ghost at the bottom of the stairs. Where is everyone else? Come on, we have to get Katayama situated and get out of here. Emmy's face was absolutely drenched with tears and she was shaking her head violently. She wanted to tell me something, but the words just weren't coming. I had a really bad feeling about this. I ran past her to the bathroom to where Katayama was being lifted onto Yuya's shoulders when I left. Why? Katayama was back on the floor right where set him down when this whole ordeal began. Why wasn't he on Yuya's shoulder? What was going on? I had an inkling, but I didn't want to believe it, so I pushed it out of my mind. Yuya, what are you all still doing here? We need to get Katayama ready to go. We didn't make it. What? Right after you left, he let out a huge scream, and then he just went limp. No. I didn't know what else to say. A person had just died, and not some stranger, but a person I knew, a friend. It was the strangest feeling. I kept looking at him and thinking, is he really dead? Is this really what a person looks like when they dies? Seeing him like that drained every last bit of energy I had in me. I felt on my knees, terribly defeated. Okawa says he isn't moving from Katayama's side. So what are we supposed to do now? Amy and I couldn't stay near the body. We'd gone down to the second floor where we picked a corner and just stood there, trying to recompose ourselves. Hey, welcome back. Yuya elected to stay with Okawa on the third floor, I guess to try and break him from his shock and help put some distance between him and Katayama. None of this felt real. Thank you. You're welcome. Or maybe I just didn't want it to be real. It was a nightmare. It had to be. I'd just sit up in my bed and it would all be over. No. Why did this have to happen? I'm not waking up. I don't get it. I'm not waking up. I keep trying to tell myself this is all just a dream, but Toko. Oh my god. My energy was waning off again. I sank to the ground, landing on my knees. Amy followed my lead and put an arm around me for comfort. A friend had just died. He just died. God, why? Hello? Amy and I looked at each other. We both heard them. Footsteps coming down the hall. It was too dark to make out who it was, but the gain was decidedly male. Gained. The two of us slowly and quietly rose to our feet, hid around the corner and peeked out, both terrified and curious as to whom or what we might see. There, at the end of the hall, the figure finally came into view. It was a tallish man, unsteadily tearing as he slowly strode toward us. It was Shimada, drenched from head to toe. Shimada? Emi shot forward, intending to run towards him, but I grabbed her arm and held her back without even thinking about it. She turned and looked at me with a puzzled expression. I can't handle him. What? Don't tell me he did something to you. No. Thank goodness. At times like these especially, we really need to keep each other in the loop around everything that happens. She looked back at me again and she said this, staring right into my eyes in an almost disciplinary manner. It was the perfect guilt stare. I couldn't help but succumb to it, feeling bad for not having filled her in about Shimada's incident. Yeah. Made myself a cup of hot cocoa. Oh my god, that sounds so amazing. I want one too. Shimada continues his slow, wet walk down the hall, then all of a sudden, for no discernible reason, he simply fell forward, landing hard on his knees. Something was wrong with him, and while I loathed the man, I didn't want to see him suffer. Emmy and I were both poised to rush to his aid, when other figures randomly began appearing all around him, figures of children, blue and eternal, shimmering with their own lights. What are they? We could barely even see Shimada's form from our vantage point anymore, as his body was obscured almost completely by the backs of these ghost children. He wasn't moving though, so it didn't seem like they were doing anything to him. But then he wasn't moving at all, which seems highly suspicious. It occurred to me that maybe I should try to save him. Are you sure that? I inched forward. He was still in exactly the same position he had been when he fell to his knees. He literally hadn't moved at all. Was he unconscious? Emmy and I looked at one another and nodded. It was a silent signal to move forward and not do whatever we could to help. Uh-oh. That's not good. The children vanished as we approached, revealing a horrific sight. Shimada's stomach has been flayed open, wide open. He was dead. That's good for him. The knife he flaunted earlier was jutting from the wound. It was an almost ceremonial death, like that of a samurai who's thrown himself on his sword. Oh, yeah. He was a douche. Jesus. No, no. What? Where are those children? Who should I know? They might still be nearby. Yeah, get out of there. Kisame, it's horrible. Shimada is... Yuya, who presumably rushed down to see what was wrong, calmly walked over to Shimada's body. He was checking for signs of respiration or pulse. He turned back to face us again a moment later, and his facial expression said it all. Shimada really was dead. I was beginning to lose it. I just couldn't take any more of this. My friends and acquaintances were dying one by one. I guess I should say had died, but it didn't seem like it was over, not by a long shot. This is bad. There is something in here with us, something that's trying to kill us. Hell, it was doing more than trying. It had already succeeded twice over. I was scared, I was paranoid, I was shaking and crying and screaming inside. I was deadly afraid that something else would show up, and then it did. Hey! It was the little girl in the red. It was a little girl in a red dress standing between us and the third floor staircase. I couldn't make out the expression on her face through her bangs, but I could literally feel the hatred in her eyes as she stared into our souls. Then she turned around and slid up the staircase onto the third floor hallway. What? Emmy turned the other way, so she hadn't seen the girl at all. She eventually followed our gaze, but by that time the girl was gone. She looked confused. That particularly apparition looked a lot different from the other ghosts I've seen, but there was still no doubt in my mind she was definitely a ghost. What do we do about Okahawa? We have to go get him. We have to get out of this school now. I'll go call him down. Wait. Yeah, I'll come with. It could be dangerous. You wait here. Dangerous? Well, that is the direction the girl in the red dress went. And I guess Yuya didn't want me to be put in harm's way. And other than watch this back recede into the darkness as he chased after Emmy. Pull yourself together, Toko. You know what they say, no weapon can pierce a calm heart. So what's the most important thing right now? That apparently? No. What was going on? Why was Emmy screaming? I could hear voices now. Emmy and Okahawa were having a heated argument. That's not possible. We have to leave him and run. We will get caught if we don't.
こいつを置いていけないだ
No,
ろ
we can't just leave him behind. We have to take him to a hospital. But he's dead.
死んでない
No, he's not. He's dead.
死んでない
He's not. He can't be.
死んでないんだ
Leave him and run. We will get caught. That ghost girl must have been pursuing them. This is bad. I have to get help. Go help them. Okay. What the?
人殺し
Murderer? Katayama's body was sprawled unceremoniously on the landing halfway up the third floor along with Okawa. Uh-oh. At the top of the stairs stood Emmy, and in the front of her Yuya with an imposing scroll on his face. I didn't understand any of this. What had just happened? Phoebus. Emmy let out another scream and came running towards me down the stairs. Okawa then seemed as he was fallen and broken his arm. He was lucidly crawling towards me. It was almost as if he were trying to distance himself from Yuya. Murder!
人殺し
I ran to the base of the stairs to meet up with Demi. I needed some sort of context here. Demi, what happened? What's going on?
逃げろ
Run away, you will be killed. Kisame kicked him down the stairs out of the blue. What? I glanced up at Yuya, but his face was shrouded in darkness. I couldn't make out any expression at all. Okay. Okawa seemed to have reached his breaking point. He shot to his feet and took off behind me towards the second floor as fast as he could. Yuya kicked Okawa down the stairs. Why? Yuya, it's not true, is it?
嘘でしょ
Slowly he walked down to the landing. He was neither concerned or scornful. His face was a blank slate. As soon as he reached my level, he bent down and began fiddling with Katayama's body, raising the arms, then letting them drop, wiping blood from the ears and nose, then looking at it as if studying a specimen under a microscope. Yeah, now they see how crazy this man is. What the hell, he was enjoying this. I finally got to see an emotion written clearly on his face, and it was elation. How was this not some crazy dream? Yuya, no! Tears began spilling from my eyes like water. I was shocked, confused, and I didn't even know what else. Toko, get away from him. Hurry. God, no. Crazy. Emmy and I found ourselves standing in front of the door to the school infirmary. Shimada took the key and lost it, so this room is no good.
こんなとこ逃げ
If
込ん
we
で
hid in a place like that, we would be sitting ducks anyway. We need to get farther down to the first floor. The poor girl was frantic. I can't say I blame her, but well, something about this whole situation just didn't feel right to me. Emmy, I'm still not sure we need to
信じられな
run.
い
Huh? What?
ユウヤが
I just don't believe Yuya, kind sweet Yuya, would be capable of something like that. But he really did kick him down the stairs, it happened. He kicked Okawa, but how can that possibly be true? Fine, do what you want then, I don't care anymore. With that, Amy pushed me out of the way and ran past me towards the stairwell leading to the first floor. So now everyone has split up, like always. Amy, I have nothing more to say to you. You wouldn't believe me anyway, since you're so convinced I'm lying. And off she went. I was now separated from every one of my friends. But what was I really in danger? I mean, I was, but from Yuya. That just didn't seem right. Or more likely, I didn't want it to be. I wanted to believe that this was all a misunderstanding. My legs were shaking and my head was swimming. I just stood there, unsure of where I should go or what I should do. And then there he was right behind me. And in his hands was Shimada's huge knife. The one that was last seen jutting from Shimada's stomach. It was still dripping with blood. This definitely made matters more complicated. How could I doubt Yuya's guilt when he was holding something like that? And why did he even have it? Could he possibly bring himself to pull a knife from his friend's lifeless corpse? But I wasn't going to run. I turned around and braced myself. I opened my mouth, intended to discussing this rationally. If I ran away now, I felt like it would all be over. There would be nothing left to save, no one left. Hey, Snowy! How are you doing? With nothing left to save, no one left to trust, but what could I possibly say to him? How are you doing? Why did you do it? Are you alright? Doing well, how are you? And how was your birthday? My birthday was awesome. I was at work and I got free lunch and it was so great, and my co-workers were all happy for me. Then I came home to cakes and muffins, and I got so happy about that. And the rest of the day I just chilled and did nothing. It was a good day. I'm happy about it. Yeah. So this was a good day, a chill day. Sounds like a great day. Yeah, it was. Really was. I had a blast. Why did you do it? Yeah, I can't believe you're capable of this. Why did you do it? My body was still visibly shuddering and my voice was breaking. I'd unconsciously taken a accusatory tone with him, which was not at all what I wanted, but it was too late to take it back now. I hope he didn't notice, but he did. As soon as the word "why" slipped from my lips, his eyes glazed over. It was as if all the warmth and compassion I've seen there before was tapped and drained, leaving behind nothing more than an empty container. You too, huh? You're the same as them. Then he just started muttering to himself and slowly walked right past me as if I weren't even there. Yeah, wait. What is that in your hand? I thought I could put it to good use in a lot of ways. Stop this, get rid of that thing. No, I couldn't let this go on. I grabbed him by the arm and just clung to him, putting my full weight on his body and keep him from going any way farther down the hallway. It was at the crossroads, about to walk down a path of no return, and I wasn't going to lose the kind, considerate Yuya I'd fallen for. He isn't kind and considerate, though. He is a crazy man. Unfortunately, the only tool I had in my disposal for stopping him were my feelings, and those just weren't going to be enough. Yeah. I was so startled that it took me a moment before I even figured out what happened. It's the same in here, you know. That was the first time in my entire life that I've ever been punched in the head, and he put everything he had into it. Getting killed by this school. I couldn't focus, my brain was still rattling inside my skull from the impact. Or getting killed by me. The world was spinning. Oh my god. I looked up at him with spasmodic, twitchy, tears-filled eyes. There was no sign of remorse or compassion whatsoever. He looked like a feudal warrior, clutching his sword and staring down at his enemies. The area all around my eyes was throbbing. It hurt so badly and felt so swollen and sore I couldn't even imagine what it must have looked like. And he wasn't done with me. He got in closer and closer, grinning unnaturally as he raised his fist for a second strike. I said he was crazy! Oh my god. People should listen. Uh-oh. Let's test this out on you, shall we? You can be the first. Okay. I was running to pure instinct, on pure instinct and adrenaline. At this point I shot to my feet and just forced them to carry me to safety somewhere, anywhere. He was going to kill me. He was really going to kill me. God. I felt something rattling around uncomfortably inside my mouth, so I spit it out on my hand. It was white. A single white tooth with blood-red highlights at its roots. That maniac had actually knocked out one of my teeth. Got my tooth. He was there, just behind me. I panicked, tripping over my own feet and stumbling to the ground on the landing between the first and the second floor. I've fallen on my backside, dropping my tooth to the ground next to me. I began slinking away from the encroaching figure of Yuya Kisame. Save me, somebody, anybody, God, please. No, no. I was scooting backwards across the floor, too stiff, sore and scared to stand, but then my hand brushed across something small and metallic, a key. And it's the infernal key that Shimada lost. Even with my hand right over it, it was shaking so badly that I could barely work my fingers to get the grip. It was the most frustrating feeling in the world, and for a few seconds that felt like hours. I just kept trying in vain to pick up that damn key. Finally I slipped my fingers through the ring. I had it. This was the one and only chance. Scrambling to my feet, I somehow slipped past Yuya and ran back up the second floor as fast as I could, force my shaky legs to carry me. I had the key. I could lock myself in. I could hide in the infirmary. Kisame didn't pursue. Not right away. He just stood there staring at the tooth that I dropped on the ground, staring intently as if trying to make out what he was seeing. Her tooth? Huh. Oh, jeez. The fuck? And his air is super low. There didn't seem to be any way to lock the door from the inside. I needed to find a hiding place before Yuya showed up the corner of the room, under the bed maybe. I was scanning every inch of the room as quickly as possible, sizing up my surroundings. My eyes stopped on one of the medicine shelves. Scissors. There were scissors in there. It felt like such a revelation, like the answer I was looking for, but what was I going to do with scissors? Was I going to fight? Fight who? Yuya? I wouldn't stand a chance. I decided to leave them there. I stepped back and crouched down behind a partitioning screen that was set up in the middle of the room. There is a ghost girl in a red dress coming. Urabe had run back to the bathrooms on the third floor to warn Okawa about the immense threat that was approaching. Unsurprisingly, he was still crouched on the ground, cradling Katayama's lifeless head on his arms. We will still stubbornly insisted that if he were to leave that spot, he will have to carry Katayama with him. That's not possible. We have to leave him and run. We will get caught if we didn't. No, we can't just leave him behind. We have to take him to hospital. But he's dead. No, he's not. He can't be. What a stubborn, foolish man. I had enough. I decided to rip Katayama's body from Okawa's arms and kick it down the stairs. It made one hell of a thud when it hit the landing, but he was already dead. So what did it matter? As long as it helped to get Okawa moving, I didn't care. See, look, he's dead. So get your ass off that floor and run. Open your eyes, Katayama is dead. We had to get out of here now. Kisame. Urabe was looking at me, then at Katayama's body, then back at me, as if she couldn't make up her mind which was more interesting. But why was she looking at me? Did I have something on my face? Okahawa, on the other hand, was focused squarely on Katayama. He was trembling all over, but I thought he finally understood. Then he turned towards me. Murder! Yelled like a madman and ran down the stairs towards his friend's body. He wasn't exactly in his right mind, however, so those last few steps didn't quite go as planned. He tripped and fell quite hard next to Katayama. Emi, what happened? What is going on? Murder? Who? Me? I wasn't the one who killed Katayama. Run away, you will be killed. I see. In here. Getting killed by the school and getting killed by me are one and the same. We're all going to die in here, either way, after all. Okay. Hey! One last chapter. Okay. Can we just... Man. Oh, okay. We have to wait. Hey! Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. What right? And you know what my kind kid told me? He said that incident was... And you know what my kid told me? He said that incident was connected with an underground website that gotten real popular at his school. Oh, I think I heard about that on the news, of all back profiles being used for bullying and to find dates. Is that kind of stuff still going on? Well, the news has stopped covering it, but it's still happening for what I hear. I wonder if my kid goes on that website like that. Maybe I should talk to him about it. It was late afternoon, right around the time students were returning home from school, and where I was again. Standing right in front of the intercom at the door to Seiko's house. I've been here for over an hour now, standing, staring, wondering where to push the button. Whether to push the button. I must have looked really suspicious, especially since I've been here yesterday and the day before too, and each time I wound up just going home. But today would be different. That's what I told myself today. I actually pushed that intercom button. I was ready to face my demons. Okay. Seiko siblings. Hey, you two can't just run off like that. That was you, Seiko's younger brother. Alright, line up, make sure you got your shoes on tight. There we go. Hey, straighten that hat. Very good, I think we're ready now. Take my hands, please. Now you think you two can behave at the market, okay? Oh yeah? You bet. That's what I like to hear. I made sure I hid out of sight while they were leaving the house. You and those other two kids were definitely Seiko's younger sibling. They were the reason I come. They were the ones I wanted to see. I had no idea I'd say to what I'd say today, but I knew for sure that Seiko I knew for sure that Seiko existed, so I had to say something. Maybe I'd show them this cell phone picture and tell them, hey, this is your sister, and ask if they remember anything about her. It will be okay, I just need to explain myself. They understand they had to. I made up my mind now that now was the perfect chance. I stepped out from my hiding place. Hey. But barely made out a single word before I felt something grab my arm from behind, holding me back. Who's there? Don't do this, don't do it. Classroom? I understand where you're coming from, but you can't do this. A class rep, Shinosaki, was shaking her head at me. She was determined to stop me from confronting Seiko's family. My vision was starting to blur. What do you plan to say to them? You know how it's going to turn out. But I couldn't hold back my tears any longer. I squatted on the ground and looked up at the class rep, who was staring back at me with equally glassy eyes. There were only a handful of people in the world who could truly understand what I was going through. Only those of us who returned from Heavenly Host Elementary alive, only Shinosaki, Satoshi, Kishinuma, and Yuka. As for those who lost their lives there, Seiko, Susumoto, Morishige, and Shishido,
私たちの帰ってきたこの
We
世界
came
では
back to find that
存在自体が
their very
抹消されて
existence
しまっ
was
ていたん
wiped
だ。
clean from this world entirely.
中島さん、
Nakashima, hey.
うなだれて
I was walking home defeated and dejected,
横を歩
with
いて
the
いた委員
class
長
rep
が
at my side
意
when
を
she
決したように
suddenly
言い出した。
addressed me. It sounded like she wanted to tell me something.
私ね、
I've been doing research the last couple of weeks and at the library, looking up information about the Shinosaki estate.
篠崎幸子。
That's where the house where Yoshi and Sachiko Shinosaki lived, the place that the beings in control of family host once called home. You might recall that the newspaper articles we found about the kidnapping and murder incidents gave previous little information about Sachiko, and aside from local papers, nobody even bothered covering up the news about Yoshi's death at all. Digging up this information was no small feat.
地面を見ながら
She was
ポツ
looking
ポツと
down at
話
her
す
feet
委員
and
長の
kept a
口調は
steady, quiet tone.
落ち着い
The
た
whole time she was
静かな
talking,
決意のよ
it
うなもの
seems
が
like
感じられ
this
た。
was all leading up to something.
霊やオカルトの話については
But she was kind
こ
of
の子はちょっ
an
とした権威だ。
expert when it comes
私は
to
なんとなく
came to
頼も
ghost
しい
and
よ
the
う
occult
な
and
思い
such,
で
so I trusted her.
彼女の
I
話を聞い
wanted
て
to
いた。
know where she was going with this.
旧天神症のあった
It
この
seems
経験の
Yoshi
外れ
Shinosaki's
山あいの近くに
former home is
あ
here
の
in
篠
this
崎義恵の家があるらしいの。
prefecture. This is it's in the outskirts by the
い
mountains.
え、
Here?
幸子と義恵の。
Like Yoshi's and Sachiko's?
そう。この県内
Yeah,
の
right
そん
in
な
this.
近くに
Is it that close?
え
Yeah, Heavenly Host once stood where
もともと私たちの地元にあった学
Kisaragi
校なの。
is now
そこ
after
に
all.
勤めていた篠崎義恵
And
の家なんだ
since
から
Yoshi
それほど距
Shinosaki
離は離れていないわ
worked
よ。
there, it made sense her home wouldn't be too terribly far away.
奈穂さんのブログにも載っていた
Now
んだけれど、
mention
あの人
it
が
in her notes
幸子さん
to
の形
remember
の
that
オリジナルをサルベージしてきた
that's
ケ
where
ーキなの。
she salvages the original Sachiko proxy from the ritual. So yeah, seems like a good place for us to find something, don't you think?
そこには
The origin of the Shinosaki family curse rests within those walls, and I believe there
何らかの手が
must
かり
be
がきっ
some
とある
clue
と思うの。
there that could help shed light on it.
私は思わず
She had my
唾を
full
飲み込ん
attention
だ。
now. I swallowed hard as if I were taking it all in.
住所も控えてきた。
I got an address too.
電
If
車に乗
we
れば
take the
1
train,
時
we
間足らず
could
で着けるわ。
be there in less than an hour.
Nakashima-san.
So what do you say,
調査に行か
Nakashima?
ない？
Let's go check it out right now.
篠崎の
The Shinosaki estate.
天神小学校では
I was haunted by my
命に関わる
memories from
思いをした。
Heavenly Host, and this
そ
would
の呪いの元凶に接
entail
近するんだ。
visiting the
危険な目に
sources
遭う
of
可
it
能
all,
性は数
where
倍
the
高いは
danger
ずだ。
would be far greater yet somehow.
行こう、委員長。
Lead on, class rep.
時計は午後の4時半を回っ
It
て
was
いた。
right around 4:30 in the afternoon.
寒くなり始めたこ
The
の時
day
期だ
was
と
already cooling
向こ
into
うに着い
night,
ても
and the sun would
すぐに日が落ちそうだ
surely
けれ
be
ど、
setting shortly after we arrived at our
それ
destination.
でも私は
But neither of us
きっと委員長も
Neither of us really cared.
一刻も早く出かけた
I
かった。
just wanted to be there as soon as
何でもいい。
humanly possible
現
if
状を
there
打開する
were even
きっかけになるものが
the
見つかるのなら、
slightest chance of finding answers. I welcome it.
私たちはすがる
The
よう
two
な
of
思い
us
で
went
電車
right
に
to
飛
the
び乗って
station and hopped on the very
県の
next
端
train
にあ
we
る
could find
その場所へと
out to
向かうこと
the
にしたんだ。
countryside, grasping at straws for all we were worth. Interesting. I began to wish I'd gone back to change clothes before we left. But if I've done that, I will have to explain to Mom where I was going, and I sincerely doubt she would have been amenable to the idea. I could have always just gone anyway, of course, but then I'd be directly disobeying. Oh, sorry. Directly disobeying my mother and undoubtedly making her very sick about me. The class rep and I were seated next to each other on a local commuter train I'd never ridden before. There were only 2 other passengers. Much like us, they were simply staring down at the ground and riding in silence, just in their own thoughts. These last couple weeks had been brutal. All 5 of us who survived were feeling it. We were more exhausted than we'd ever been in our entire life. But no matter how crazy people said we were, no matter how much our soul ached from the memories, we could never forget Seiko and the others. Every photo we had of them, though, be it on film or digitally, had its face blanked out completely. And the scariest, saddest thing I could imagine was the passage of time, because eventually I knew I'd have trouble remembering what they looked like. Listen, I want to run something by you. We're the only ones who have any memories of Miss Yui, Susumoto, Shinohara, and Miss Morishige, right? Because if you die in Heavenly Host, it's as if you never existed in the first place. You are erased. You are erased from the collective memory of everyone in the real world. Why was she bringing this up? I just looked down at my knees, trying unsuccessfully to fight back the tears that were welling up in my eyes yet again. Well, have a look at this. Nods to the netherworld. It's just that spirit medium girl blog, right? Doesn't anything seem odd about it to you? The blog's final entry was the one detailing the Sachiko ever after ritual, but we already knew that there were no updates after it because... Hey, Nugs! Yeah, Andrea is here as always. She's a happy camper. Yeah. Are you a happy camper? All the kisses! All the kisses! Work has been fine. I'm really tired lately because of the work. I haven't worked in like 3 or 4 years, so it's super hard. But it's super fun also because I get to meet new people and like feel a lot more meaning in my everyday life, so that's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. And I'm excited about your new job too. When are you starting again? I don't remember. Andrea is giving out all the kisses. I start May 30th. We move into our new apartment May 1st. Ooh, nice. I'm so excited for you. That's gonna be awesome. She's a good girl. Yeah, sometimes. I'm excited too. Nice. That's good. I'm stressed about moving the kittens. Yeah, I feel you. I was super stressed when we have moved one time with Andrea, and that was awful. It was the worst time ever. So I feel you. But I think the kittens... Oh no, poor little girl. That's so sad. We didn't have to sedate Andrea, but we had to find out when to move her because she gets super stressed out when stuff is getting moved around and stuff is getting new places in the apartment and stuff. So when we had to like move everything out of the apartment, she would be super stressed. And being in a new apartment with new sounds and surroundings and it was so bad. So we didn't know how to like when to move her, but we ended up like having her in the bedroom, the old bedroom, until we got everything else into the new apartment, and then we moved her as a last thing from the old apartment, and then let her be free in the new apartment as fast as she got there. It went well though. I'm super happy it went well, but it could have ended really bad. So that sucks. I think that we will move them to a bedroom and close the door. Then bringing everything in. Yeah, we was thinking... I think that's a good idea to do it that way. You fluffy old lady. I think as long as she has Sabi, she may not panic as much since he just sleeps in cars. Hopefully that will soothe her a bit. Being together, I think, is super great for them, because then they get like Wabi can feel how Sabi is, and yeah, they're good together. Oh, they're so cute though. I love their faces. They are so cute. By the way, I need to send you a picture on Discord on how Andrea was today for an hour. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, took a picture and she was so cute. There you go. Blog file, la la la. Cause, wait, didn't Now die? Right. The class rep nodded and looked into my eyes. She's such a sweetie. She was laying like that for like an hour. We figure out that Sabi has a corn soy allergy, by the way. Oh no! Oh, poor baby. But do kitten or cat food have corn or soy in it? Or maybe some kind of food has that. How did you find that out? Some wet food has it. Ah, I see. Well, that sucks. So you have to like check the ingredients when you buy wet food. That sucks. Now lost her life in Heavenly Host Elementary School just like everyone else.
どういうこと
But how can that be?
理由はわからないわ
I'm not sure for the reason, but this is proof
すべ
positive.
ての人が存在を消されるわけじゃないみたいなの
A proof that not everyone who dies in the school gets erased from existence. He had a sad belly on and off for the last month. I stopped giving him wet food since he wasn't eating it, and it went away. Oh, poor baby. That's not fun, but I'm happy that you found out what was making his belly angry though. That's good. We don't want cats with sad bellies. And there. You little cuddle monster. Not sure for a reason, but this is proof positive. Yeah, okay. I checked out her mentor, Mr. Kibiki, too. He also died in Heavenly Host, but just like now, there's still ample record of his existence. We were at the vet and they looked at the ingredients since their food is a prescription diet. The difference between the wet and dry food was corn and soy. Oof. I'm so happy to hear that Wabi and Sabi are with you though, because you're taking so good care of them. It's so cute. They're gonna have a happy life with you. It was a happy visit. He's fat, happy little boy. Oh my god. He's such a cutie. We love them so much. I can tell by all the pictures and how much you talk about them, and it's so cute. He's gained 2.3 lbs in a month. Oh my god. That is quite impressive. Getting that much with a super active kitty is super hard. That's like almost 5 kilos, I think. Yeah, just about that. And Andrea is going down. She is... I don't know if she is... I think she is around 5 kilos now. She's a bit angry. Went the wrong way. Went the wrong way. It's 1 kilo. Yeah, that seems more likely. Because Andrea is between 4 and 5 kilos. That's still a big girl. Yeah, she's a big girl. But she's happy, and the vet told me that as long as she don't drop drastically or gain drastically, we didn't have to bother with her weight as much. she's allowed to be on the heavier side when she's so old. She looks so healthy. Yes, I know. I'm so happy about it. She is such a happy cat. You little... She didn't want me to take my hand away. So I have to sit like this. Yeah, all the kisses. She loves me. Apparently. All the kisses. And a headbutt. She's so weird. I checked on a mentor, Mr. Kubik. Yeah, okay. I was literally on the edge of my seat, leaning in closer and hanging on her every word. She flashed me a smile. So let's not give up hope, okay? Okay. I was crying hard now, but the first time since we come back I could see the tiniest, faintest glimmer of hope in the darkness. It wasn't much to go on, but it was easily the best news I've heard in 2 weeks, and it made me feel a lot better about this impromptu trip. She can't give me enough kisses, apparently. She can do this for hours. Even just this one vague clue improve our chances of finding something at the Shinosaki estate slightly significantly. At least now we knew what to look for. Wabi is a kisser, Sabi just bites. Oh my god. Andrea never bites, but she hits me a lot. She's like pounding at me. And sometimes she uses her claws, but not always. But she is a feisty old lady. I think it's because he's a baby still. Oh, baby. And he's losing teeth and growing new ones, and that itches and stuff. Even just this one way yeah, okay. Now arriving at Kishi station. Yeah, his mouth hurts, he gets cranky sometimes. Oh baby. I feel so bad for him. I know it's like they all go through it, but it's so sad. I feel so bad for him. Guess we're here, man. We're really out in the boonies, aren't we? The air smells like delicious. Smells so delicious. It's nice, isn't it? And we were fortunate to get here while there's still some light left. We should find the estate before it gets dark. Andrea, you're so cuddly right now. Why are you? Why are you? Crazy. Yeah. He has teething toy, he's okay. Oh, that's good. I think he is in the best hands he could be though. So I'm not scared for him at all. I just feel so bad for all the kitty babies that has to go through that. All the scratches. All the scratches. She's like leaning towards me. Hmm. Oh. There you go. It was the end of the line, a desolate farming community with nothing but farmhouses and fields as far as the eye could see.
山あいの土地を
There
開発
was
してい
only
るため
one
か
main road, and
道
due
が
to the
緩やかに
mountainside
上り坂になっ
setting
ている
of this picturesque village, it maintained a gradual upward slope the whole way.
人があんまりい
Not
な
a
いね
lot of people
う
around.
ん
Yeah, and
で
here
き
I
れば
was
人に会って
kind
話
of
を聞きた
thinking
い
I
んだけ
could
どな
meet with one of the locals and ask some questions.
この辺りでは
Eventually,
篠
the
崎家は結構大
Shinosaki
きな影
family
響力
had
の
a
ある家
lot
柄
of
だったみたいなの
cloth hair ones and were held in high esteem.
そうなんだ
Really, since
委員長
you're
も
a
篠崎さんだ
Shinosaki
けど
too, I wonder
遠
if
い
you
援助だっ
have
たり
some
するのかな
distant
やっぱ
ancestry in common with them or something.
どうだろう
I guess
篠
it's
崎姓
possible,
は
but
全国に
there
いっ
are
ぱいいるから
an
ね
awful lot of Shinosakis in Japan, you know.
ふん
That's true.
ねえ道はこっちで合って
So
る
are
の
we going the right way?
こっちだと思うん
I
だけ
think
ど
it's this way, yeah.
目
But
的の
to
住
be
所
honest, the
実は
address
番地の詳
I
細までは
found
分かってないんだよね
didn't have a house number, so I'm not entirely sure.
でも
Oh,
委員長の携帯なら
what about
ほら
your cell phone? Doesn't it have
GPS だっけ
GPS
あれで
thing?
ざっくりと方向は分かるんじゃないの
Can't we use that to figure out where we're going?
それがね
I already tried, but it looks like there is no map data or file for this area, which is actually very strange. Yeah, it kinda is.
よ
If
く
you say
わから
so.
ないけど道は舗
The
装は
road
されてい
was
るけど
paved the
ひび
whole
だらけで
way, but it was full
細かな
of
石や
cracks
砂が
and
いっぱい
holes,
転がっているから
resulting in
歩くたびに
countless
ジャリジャリ
tiny
言う
pebbles and patches of sand crushing under our feet.
少しずつ空が暗くなってきてい
And
る
the
せいか
darker
な
it got, the more noticeable the sound of the uneven terrain become. She's such a baby now. Oh my god. How long is this game? This is my 10th. Yeah, 10th part. So I'll be playing this for like, I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. For around 20 hours or so. Also try to toggle stream mode often on you're not showing up at... Oh my god, I did that earlier though. Fuck. Wait. I fucked up the game. No. Dang it. Oh no, I lost the game. Okay. Weird. Let's see. There we go. Now I should be up there again. Yes. I am. Let's see. Showing up on the stream. It's really broken on Discord, Sen. That's so true. It's super broken. And this game is kind of broken too. Let's see. This game is actually super broken. It's not happy about being streamed at all. Let's see. Come on. Then I have to go through the start again. I should have saved before I went out of the game, but I was stupid and just didn't think. Chapter 45. Dang it.
Ah. 今うちの
学校帰りの夕方、目の前もうこのまま今日こそ。
Okay.
ほらみんな
ゆうくん、
よし、いい子だな。いいへ。
私はそう何を話せばいいのかわからない。この携帯の写メを見せて大丈夫。私は声をかけた私の腕を後ろから誰かが掴んで。誰？ダメよ。気持ち。委員長。あの子たちに会って。
This is super interesting.
私は
Wow.
涙が止まらなくなって、私の天神私たちの帰って中島うなだれ。私篠崎連続その前の地面を見レイヤオカルト9点。いえそうそこになほさんね。そこには私は思わず注射も篠崎天神小学以降時計は寒く、それでも一刻も私たちはすがるような思いで電車に飛び乗って県の端にあるその場所へと向かうことに。聞いて、天神小学だけどこれを見てなほ何かこれそうなほさん理由を調べ希望
石。
着いたね。終点の駅山あいの土地を人が、この辺りそう、ねえこっちだと思う。でもそれが道は少しずつ見知らぬ土地を
There's
こうして
something
女子二人で
unsettling about the
制服で
idea
歩
of
いてい
two
ると
schoolgirls in uniform
なんとな
walking
く
through a strange,
心もとなくな
largely
ってきた。
deserted village at the cups of the twilight. Cusp.
ねえやっぱり
Hey,
人に
I
聞いた方
really
がいい
think
よ
we
ね。
should stop and
あのう
ask
ち
someone
訪ねて
for
みない？
direction. How about we pay the house a visit?
委員長が
There was
前方にある一
she
軒家を
was
指さす。
pointing at one of the isolated farmhouses directly in front of us.
そうだね。
Sounds good.
暗くなっ
It's
てきてるし。
getting dark after all. Let's
急ごう
pick
か。
up the pace.
すみません。
Excuse me.
すみません。
Hello.
留守かな。
Maybe they're not
他を
home.
当たろう
Let's
か。
try someplace else. Okay. Eek.
びっくりした。
That scared the crap out of me. What was that? Yeah, I don't like it. Let's get away from here.
なんか
I know it's a little unsettling, but if we didn't get some information, we'd never find the place, so
よし。
come on, let's try asking that one. At that one.
委員長は
This time she was pointing at the slightly more inviting looking residence nearby, sporting a blue roof.
すみません。
Hello? Hello? Is anyone home?
はい。
Yes.
こんばんは。
Good evening, miss.
ちょっと道を
We're
お
a
尋ねし
bit
たいので
lost
すが。
and would be very grateful if you could help us find our way.
玄関ドアのすりガ
I
ラスを
can see
挟
the
んで
figure in the middle
女性の姿
of
が
a
見える。
middle-aged woman through the frosted glass door.
知らない人間の私たちの声にためらったのか、女性は
I
少し悩
wasn't
んでか
sure
ら
if she was actually going to open up for us, given that we were strangers, and she was, by all appearances, a woman alone in an isolated house. Oh, Jesus. What's all this then? Good evening. I'm sorry for bothering you so late. We have come all the way from Fujisawa. We're trying to find a certain residence. Oh my, what a cute little visitors. I'm coming all this way with the sun going down, no less. Thank goodness, she seems like a perfectly normal, perfectly kind old woman. I took my place next to the class rep and bowed my head in respect. So where is it you're trying to go then? I'm trying to reach this address, but I don't have a house number, so it's all I know. Let's see. What business do you have at the Shinosaki estate? Actually, we're investigating something, right? Yeah, that's right. It's our first school assignment. The old lady's demeanor changed in an instant. She made herself as large as she could and began pushing us out of her house. Miss, is something wrong? Get out, go on, get out of here. What was that all about? Just seeing the words Shinosaki estate seems the center of the deep end. This could be a problem. Uh-oh. The day was fading fast, the sky was still blue for now, but it was getting darker by the minute. Street lights were popping on all around us. Let's just try and find another house. There must be someone around here who will tell us what we need to know. Yeah, you think, huh? That old lady is still standing there, right inside the door. Oh god, you're right, why is she watching us? Let's go, okay. It's getting really creepy. She seems like such a kind old woman too, when she first answered the door. But now she just felt menacing. The sudden change was almost staggering. 6:30, huh? Yeah. We walked for quite a while after that. The fields and trees were becoming more plentiful, while houses were becoming a much rarer sight. The roads incline had gotten a lot steeper too. We were literally climbing. Fuck! We were literally climbing a mountain now, and the likelihood of finding the house we sought... Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Or any houses at all seemed to be lessening with every step. Okay. And a car coming, watch out, Nakashima. Thanks. We pushed ourselves against the guardrail and waited for the car approaching from behind to pass by before we continued our trek. Hey, what are a couple of schoolgirls doing in a place like this? It's dangerous to be walking in the road, you know. The mini pickup pulled alongside us, and another gentleman stuck his head out of the window. He seemed like a sociable sort. We're actually looking for the Shinosaki residence, if you have any idea what that is. Shinosaki? Shinsaki. Yeah, the old Shinsaki estate. It's up that way, deep in the mountains,
この先ですか？
just up ahead.
よかった。
Well,
ここを
that's
合って
good.
たんだ。
We've been going the way after all. Yeah, but it's ways in there if you use is is walking. It's gonna take you a good long while. Wow. Broken talking.
何の用があるのかわからんが、乗っけてってやろうか。
But what business you got in a place like that? Grand Admiral J-Man! I've never been to a corpse party before. Me neither. But it sounds so much fun. How are you doing? Long time no see. But hop in if you want, I will take you up. Wow.
委員長と
The class rep and I looked one another square in the eyes. Fun. Clearly we have different ideas of fun, lol. Apparently. I've had a lot of fun with this game though. It's super gory and super scary and I love it. I don't think it's gonna be any scary or gory. I'm almost finished with the game. I think I have like 1 or 2 hours left on this game and I don't think it's gonna be any more scary or gory stuff because this is like it's wrapping up the history from all the games and anime and stuff. So it's more like you getting to know a lot of stuff you didn't know about the original game. So I find it interesting, but I don't think everyone will see this part as any fun other than me. But we will see. The class rep and I looked another square in the eyes.
少し迷ったけ
He
ど
seems a little shady, but it's getting pretty late and
これは
And as they say, beggars can't be choosers. We wouldn't get another opportunity like
私
this.
たちはお礼を
So
言
we
って
thanked the
乗
old
せて
man
もら
and
うこと
got
に
in
し
his
た
truck.
一応3人乗れる車だけど、狭くてすまねえな。
Hehe, truck's supposed to be a 3-seater, but it's kind of crowded. Sorry about that.
いえ、助かりま
That's
す
quite alright. We're very grateful. Tell that girl to roll for initiative and then hit her up with your action surge to attack 4 times because you're a 5th level fighter. I like that comment. That's awesome. If we keep on walking, it wouldn't be nighttime before. It would have been nighttime before we knew it.
まあ、
Well,
俺
I'm
も
sure
今じゃ
ain't
その先の家の
got
方までは
a
な
lot
かな
of
か
business
山上が
up
らねえ
that
からな。おめ
up
たち、
at the
あんなとこ
old
に何しに行くん
Shinosaki
だ。
estate on the mountains these days. But why are you two looking to go up there anyways? Anywho.
えーと
Well, I'm just not really sure how to put this. Let's just say there's some
調べたいことが
information we're trying to find.
調べたいこと
Information
あそこに昔住ん
about
で
a
いた
nurse
篠
who
崎義恵
used
さ
to
ん
live
とい
there
う
a
お
long
医者
time
さんに
ago,
つい
a
て
woman
です
named Yoshi Shinosaki.
あそこは
Yeah,
まあ、
back in the
自
day,
宅兼診療所でもあったか
in
ら、
the day,
昔
it
はよく
used
村人
to
が通
be
っ
a
てたもんだ
home
ったか
run
な。
clinic. It did. Lots of people went up there all the time,
今はもう誰も
but
近づか
nobody
ないし、
got near it
どうなっ
anymore.
とるかわ
Gets
からん
near
よ。
it anymore. Goes near it anymore. Wow. Don't know what kind of shape it will be in.
ずいぶん山道を登ってきた
We just kept
この
driving
辺りから
farther
は
up the mountain
管理
pass,
もあまりされてい
and
な
the
い
higher
の
we
か
got, the rougher the
道が悪
ride
くなってくる
became. Road maintenance was clearly not a priority
タ
here.
イヤが段差を拾って
With 4
車が
tires
ガタ
on
ガタと
4
揺れ始める
different elevations at any given point in time, the whole truck was being rocked to its core. Are you okay?
あ平気
Yeah,
シ
I'm
ートベ
fine.
ルトしててよかった
I'm just glad I'm wearing my seatbelt.
すごい道で
This
す
is
ねおじさん
quite the road, isn't it, mister?
なんだかちょっ
The old man's driving was starting to frighten me. I
横
could
で
see
委員長
Ayumi's
の
head
頭が
bouncing
ガ
up
ク
and
ンガ
down,
クン揺れてる
and I honestly felt like we were going in a runaway vehicle. Mister, aren't you going a little fast? Okay.
破裂しそうな
My
勢い
head
で
was beating a mile a minute. My heart is beating a mile a minute.
確かに
That
人
was a
影が
person in the road, wasn't it?
私と委員長は
The class
真っ
rep
青に
and
な
I
って
had
おじ
both
さんの
gone
顔を
pale.
見た
We looked over at the old man.
大丈夫
It's okay, whatever it was, I didn't hit it.
人や動物を引いた
Believe
時
me,
は
you
もっとすね
hit a
音がする
person, you're an animal or an animal on the road. It makes a bigger noise than that.
なんだか
This old man
この人もおかしい。
seems to have gone a little
さっきまで
weird
の優しい
now
雰囲
as
気
well.
が
As
どこ
much
かに
as the
消えて
old
しまった
woman
感じ
in
がする
town, he started off so kind and helpful. What was that in the road?
わからん
Dunno.
これ
Hey, end
こ
of
こ
the
から先は
line
もう
can't
車
go
は入れん
no
よ
further
あと
by
は歩き
car.
だ
You're gonna have to hoof it. You going or you want me to drive you back?
ありがとうおじさ
Thank
ん
you very much, sir.
待っててやる
I will
け
be waiting
気
here
が
for
済んだ
you.
ら戻ってけ
You just come back
こ
when
んな
you're
ところに
done. I
娘っ
can't
子二人ほ
rightly
ったらかすわけにはいかねえしな
leave two little girls out here by themselves after all.
ありがとうございます
Thank you so much for your consideration.
大丈夫委員長
Class rep, you okay?
怖かった
That was scary.
なんかおかし
There
な
was
感じだったけど
definitely something strange about him, but
やっぱ
he
り
did
いい人
say
じゃ
he
ないか
will
な
wait for us. So I think he's a good person where it counts. Yeah, I guess
そ
you're
うだ
right.
よね
すっかり日も傾
The
い
sun
て
was setting
夕暮
rapidly
れを過ぎ
and,
ていた
and evening was in full
結構
stride.
きつい傾斜になってい
And
る
at
こ
the
の道の
top
先
of
に
the
篠崎義恵の自宅
uncompromisingly
兼診療
steep
所がある
road
という
sat Yoshi's Shinosaki's home and clinic.
あ高
Oh,
台が
look,
見えてき
a
た
plateau up ahead.
あの上
It
かな
was. Is that the place? We finally
いよいよ
made it.
何
Is
も
this? There is nothing here.
私たちがたどり着い
This
た
had
そ
to
こ
be a
は
place, the site of the
Shinosaki
Shinosaki estate, but there was no house here
建物は
anymore.
取り壊されて
The building was torn down. It was
完全に
just an
更
empty
地に
lot.
せっかくこ
And
こまで
after
来た
we
の
came
に
all this way to
あで
wait,
も委
hold
員
up,
長
look there. Is
あそこ
that a
に
barn?
なんや
本当だ
You're right. I
どうしてこれだ
wonder
け
why this was spared if the estate wasn't.
更地の横には
It was a small
小さな
barn
納屋が残っ
on
て
the
い
edge
て
of the property, and
電灯のスイッチを入れると
remarkably,
まだ電
when
気
I
も通
flipped
って
the
いた
light switch, the light actually came on. It still had electricity.
こんなことって
Is
ある
this
う
possible?
ん
Yeah,
気持
it's
ち
kind
悪
of
い
giving
ね
me the
私た
creeps.
ちはせめて
Despite
ここに何かないかと
these
納屋の中を調べてみ
givings,
た
we've gone far outside our comfort zone to get here, so we set about searching this mysterious barn for any answers. Okay, let's see. Okay. It's a large drum that seems to have once been used for burning waste products.
中はすす
Nothing
と
but
灰だらけだね。
soot and
何を燃やしてい
ashes
たんだろ
inside.
う。
I wonder what was burned in there.
なんだろうね。
I didn't know.
見
I
た感
don't
じ
know.
ただの
Looks
灰だ
like
と思うけれど。
plain old ash to me, but it could have been anything. This is a hemp sack that filled to the brim with some kind of grain, probably fed to farm animals.
鶏とか
Guess they
飼っ
had
ていたのかな。
chickens or something here. Yeah. It's an old worn out blanket that someone seems to have left here.
家のない人が
Somebody from the
ここで暖を取
outside
っているの
must
かもし
have
れないね。
sought shelter in here at some point.
そっか。
Oh yeah, maybe. I guess just getting out of the wind isn't always enough, and it is starting to
日が落ちると
get kind of cold in here with the sun down.
ええ
Yeah. There is a mess of all cardboard boxes here, along with the rusted toolbox and a number of other odds and ends. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly useful in or among any of them, however.
段ボールに篠崎
Hey,
1
look,
って
this
書いてあるね。
box has Shinosaki 1 written on it. Oh my god.
本当だ。
You're right, I guess that means this really was Shinosaki's house at some point.
二人で
We
数十分の
spent
間
another half
床
hour
の下や
or
天井
so
の木目まで調べて
whistling
みたけれ
through the
ど
barn from floor to ceiling, looking for anything we could possibly find that might help us.
うーん
I don't see a single thing in here that sheds any light to Yoshi or Sachiko Shinosaki at all.
それにかなり
It's
暗くな
full
ってきたよ。
in night
おじさんも
outside,
待たせてるし
full on night outside too, and we kept that poor old man waiting long enough.
せっかく来たのに
It seems like a
心
waste
残りだ
to
ったけれ
leave
ど
here empty-handed, but we've
仕方
done
な
all
く
we could.
今日
For
は
today
戻る
at
ことに
least,
決め
it
た。
was time to start heading home.
納屋しか残ってないなん
Can't
てね。
believe all that left is a barn.
うん
Yeah.
明日
We
もっと
should
早い時
come
間に
back
また来よう
tomorrow
よ。
a little
県
earlier.
の人たちの
I'd
話にも
like to
聞いて
try
みたいし。
talking to more of the locals.
そうだね。
Sounds like a plan. It felt like the sun has been setting forever, but... So what is the point of this game? You're doing a lot of reading. Yeah, this is a visual novel, so it's a lot of reading. And I've been playing this game for about 20 hours now, so it's a long game with a lot of reading, and I hope to get this game done today because people seems to not enjoy this game as much as I hoped. So yeah. But it is like, yeah, it's a story based on like Japanese beliefs in ghosts and afterlife and spirits and stuff like that. So it's an interesting story and a lot of blood and gore, and I like it. But yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea, I guess. It felt like the sun had been setting forever, but now it was, however, nowhere in sight. The wooden mountains all around us were cloaked in a veil of darkness. There weren't any lights to help guide our path either, so we really couldn't see where we were going. Man, it's dark. What was this the way we came?
さっきの車道に出
We
なきゃ
need to
ね。
find a way back
多
to the
分
road.
合っ
I
てると
think
思うけど。
that was it
来た
though,
時まっ
since
す
I
ぐ歩いただ
remember
けだった
just
し。
walking straight toward the barn.
見て、
And
リンちゃん。
class rep, look.
木々に囲まれた林の向こうに
Nestled among the branches
小さく
just
トラック
beyond
の
a
車内灯
small
が見え
grove of tree, the inside lights of the tiny truck shone like a beacon in the
た。あれ、
night.
おじさんの車だよね。
It's the old man's truck.
うん、きっと。
Yeah,
よかっ
it
た、
has to
迷
be,
わなく
thank
て。
goodness. I
森で遭難とかした
don't
ら
much
大変だ
like
か
the
ら
idea
ね。
of getting stranded in the woods.
足を使って動いた今
There
日は
was something oddly
不思議な充
fulfilling
実
about
感があった。
getting out and actually doing
家
something.
で何もできずに落ち
Success
込
or
んで
not,
いるよ
it
り
felt so much more fruitful than moping about at home.
盲目的でも構
I
わない。
didn't care if
毎日少しでも前
this
進し
was
て
a
いれば
fool's
必
errand.
ず
As long as I just
希
kept
望と少
looking
し
day
違って
after
も
day, I felt like
近
I
いと
could
ころへ
move
は
on.
行けているはずだ
Wasn't
よね。
hope it was purpose.
聖子が
Seiko
教えて
taught
く
me
れた言
that.
葉だ。お待たせしました。
Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh?
あれ
What?
あれ、
Oh,
おじさんは
wait. Where is the old man?
待たせすぎちゃったかな。
Maybe we were gone too long for him. I
ひょ
mean,
っとしたらあれかも。
it is cold, but maybe he had to, you know. She began scratching her head and blushing a bit, clearly embarrassed at the suggestion.
ああ、そっか。
Oh yeah, maybe. Well,
まあ、エ
he
ンジン
left
かか
the
ってるし、
engine
すぐ
running,
戻
so
って
he
きてくれ
should
る
be
よね。
back soon.
待ってよ
Let's
か。
just wait for him.
なんか
It's so chilly out here,
寒
though.
くて
My
私
stomach's
もお腹空いて
freezing.
きちゃったよ。
I'm sure we
中で
won't
待たせてもらうね。
mind. You won't mind if we waited inside the truck, right?
そうだね。
That's
Okay.
true. Okay, then classwork first.
あれ
Huh? No good.
ダメだわ。
It's locked.
しょうがないね。
Well, that sucks.
外で
Guess
待て
we
よ。
don't have much choice. Let's just wait out here. Okay. It's so cold outside. What time is it anyway?
8時17分。
8:17. About the right time for cold night. The air
お
really.
じさん帰って
The
こない
old
の。
man's not coming back, is he?
どうしようか。
So what do we do?
道も見えないほど
It
真っ
was
暗
so
な車
dark
道
we
は
couldn't even see the
歩いて
road.
下山するには
And climbing
距離
all
が
the
あり
way
すぎると
back
思うけ
down
れど
would require far more of a hike than we were prepared for. Let's see. Okay.
来る時見ていたけど
I noticed this when we were in the truck coming up here, but there are an awful lot of spots among the road where the guardrail is out. There were indeed. I could easily imagine being blissfully unaware that we were near the edge of the road and slipping and falling down the mountain.
本当もなかったし
And since there are no lights, walking seems pretty dangerous, don't you think?
だね
You have a
もう少し
point.
待と
We
うか
should probably
おじさ
just
んあれしに
waiting.
行ったのならすぐ戻って
If
きて
the
く
old
れるよ
man is off doing his business, then we'll probably be back any minute anyway. Yeah, it is cold, but I say we wait.
だけど
So we
さらに
waited,
30
and
分が経過し
eventually
て
a
も
half an hour
おじ
had
さんは
passed
帰っ
still
て
with
こな
no
かった
sign of the old man return.
おじさんどこ行ったのかな
Where on earth could he
全然戻って
be?
きて
I
くれない
don't think he's coming back.
エンジン
But
かけっぱなしだ
he
ね
even left the engine running.
暗い森の中
The only sound either
Idling
of us
の音だけ
could
が
hear
響き
in
渡ってい
this
た
dense dark forest was that of the truck engine idling away.
どうしようこのまま
So
私
what
た
do we
ち
do? At this rate, we'll never get home.
携帯も圏外か
Phone's out of range and we
じゃ
can't
あ
call
連絡もで
anybody.
きないわね
Uh-oh.
こうなったら仕方がないか
I guess our only
Nakashima-san.
choice is Nakashima. What do you think about
そこ
returning
電灯もついたし
to that barn? I mean, it's got light and
納屋に
at least why the barn? Well, if we can't get back down the mountain tonight, we should at least take shelter and rest until the morning, don't you think?
こ
It just seems safer than staying
一
here.
晩過ごす
So
の
we're
か
going to spend the
こんな
night
真っ暗な山奥で
shrouded
朝まで
at
なんて
the
ゾッとするけれど
at the thought of spending the whole
No,
night in this
他の選択肢が
cold
ない
dark
現状では
mountain, but she was right. We really didn't have much of a choice.
事前の策を取っていくしかないのは
I
もっと
agreed
もだ
with
と思
her
う
that this was the only real course of action that made sense,
安
but
全って
safer than staying here. Yeah, I just get a bad feeling from this road, or from this whole mountain, really.
得体の知れない気配という
It's like there's some kind of
ちゃんと明か
presence,
りのつく夜風の避けられ
and
る場所
our
に
best
身を
bet
するべきだよ
of dealing with it is just to go someplace well lit and get out of the elements.
得体の知れない
Do
気
you
配
feel a presence?
それは恐ろしい
Is
こと
it something we should be afraid of?
わからないの
I don't know. I'm not even sure if it's a person or something else, and it could be one presence or many.
ただ言えるのは
All I can really say is that we're being
見
watched.
られ分かった
Okay,
Ja,
then let's
isogo.
hurry up and get
Naya no
back
hou ni
to
ikou.
that farm.
八方塞がりになってしまった私
Finding
たちは
ourselves left with no other choices, we put the road
舗装
behind
され
us
ていない
and
道
began
を登って
walking up the
さっきの
dirty
納屋を目指すことにした
dirt path leading back to the Shinosaki family barn.
ところが
However,
ねえ委員長
was the barn this far from the road before?
おかしい
This is where it's really weird. It's like the road
いつの間
leading
にか道
to
もなくなっちゃって
it just up and vanished.
こんなこと
Does this mean we're
待って一人
wait,
で行かない
don't
で
wander up? Sorry. Come on, let's try retracing
ま
our
っすぐ引
steps.
き返すの
We will just turn around and go back to the way we came. Sounds good to
そう
me.
だね
Jesus Christ.
ねえこっちで
We're
合って
going
る
the right way, aren't we?
そろそろ車
Shouldn't
道の
we
方
be
に出るは
seeing
ず
the
じゃない
road soon?
ここ
Where are we?
嘘で
Oh
しょ
god, no. We're lost. Lost in the middle of the damn wood forest. What?
気がつくと私た
Yes,
ち
we
は
were definitely lost. There were literally nothing
暗い
but
森の中にいた
confused trees. As far as the eye could see in every direction, dark looming trees.
細くて背の高い木々が
Tall thin forms were chasing a
周りを
web
取
of
り囲んでいて
shadows,
ほんの少し先
casting
も
a
見
web
渡
of
せない
shadows all along the mountainside, obscuring our vision and anything at all outside our immediate surroundings.
委員長携帯のコン
Don't
パス
you
は
have a compass on your phone?
ダメ
Yeah,
What
but it
about
won't
GPS
work.
使ってる
It
もの
uses GPS. Wow.
そうなの
Oh, it does?
なんで位置
Why
情報
can't
取れ
this
ないの
stupid thing get any
こんな
location
時こそ使いなさいよ
God, that's good. What good is it if it craps out on me when I need it the most? Land of living. Did you just hear a voice?
取れなかった
I
けど
couldn't make out
人の声っ
what
ぽかっ
it
た
was saying, but yeah,
何か
that sounded like a
木のきしみとかか
person.
も
Maybe
し
it
れ
was
ないけど
just the wind in the trees, though.
とにかく森
At
を出
any
なきゃ
rate, we need to find a
こうい
way
う時どうすればいいの
of
かな
this mountain. Do
部
you
屋に
have
こもり
any
動いたら
ideas? I mean,
遭難する
we shouldn't just wander aimlessly.
そう
That's true. If we got lost in the mountain,
低い方に向かって歩いちゃダ
they
メって
say you
聞いた
should never head towards low grounds.
知らなかった
I didn't know that.
そもそも
The best course of action is probably just to stay in place and wait for daybreak.
テン
But
トもない
it's
し
cold and we have no
ない
tent.
しね
Maybe if we huddle together.
うん
That's
Demo-san,
fine, but
まだ
I'm
歩く元
good
気あ
to
るし
walk at least a
もう
little
少しだけ
longer. But
動いてみない
how about we keep
車道の近くに行けたら
at it for a
おじ
bit?
さんの
If
車の明かり
we
が見える
get
と思うん
near
だ
enough to the road, we might see the truck. Okay.
あの木の感じ
I swear we
さっ
walked
きも
right
見た
by
ような
those
気がするんだけ
trees
ど同じと
already.
こぐるぐる回
But
ったりし
there's
てないよ
no
ね
way we could have been walking in circles, is there?
山の中の風景はどこも
Everything
似た
looked
り寄
the
ったりで
same up here, no
自分
matter
たち
where
が
we went.
ちゃんと
We
移動
both
できている
began
の
to
かも不
wonder
安になる
if we were making any progress at all. Ah,
何
what is it? Over there, I heard something.
どこどの辺
Where was it? Okay. God, what's next? What was that? We kept clinging to the faint hope that we might soon emerge from these endless woods. But all that got us was a good 2 hours worth of slogging.
二人とも
The rough terrain was killing our legs and our stamina had been worn down to the bone. I can't move anymore.
委員長が
The
枯れ葉の溜まった
classwork
地面に
plopped
座り込んだ
herself down onto the bed of dry leaves on the ground, and it just as she did.
委員長
Oh, classwork, look. Huh?
うっそうと茂った
Beyond
針
the
葉樹のシ
silhouette
ルエ
of
ット
the
の向こう
many
に
confiners at the edge of our vision, a faint light could be seen.
助かった
We're saved. Thank you, Nakashima. Thank you for noticing that.
行こ
No problem, let's go.
う足首の痛み
We
も
were
忘
both
れて
dead tired and our
私たちは
legs hurt like hell,
足早
but
に
we forgot
光の
all
方へと駆け出した
of that at the sight of the possible salvation and just took off running.
光の元は
As it
さっき
happened,
目
the
指していた
barn
納
we'd
屋だった
been looking for all this time
中の
was
裸
the
電球の
source
明
of
か
the
りが
light.
高校と
Those
ついている
naked light bulbs shone like beacons in the night sky. Thank God. Oh, it's the barn. I thought it was going to be the old man's truck.
ええ
Yeah, me
で
too,
も
but
むしろ
this is
こ
even
っちの
better.
方で
The
よかったよ
barn
ね目
is
的の場所
what
だ
we
し
were looking for after all.
でも
But I don't remember leaving the light
電
on
気つ
when
け
we
っぱな
left
しだ
you.
から消したつもりだったけど
We should have shut them off here,
Zishin
but
なくなってき
it's
たよ
certainly possible we didn't.
まあお
Well,
かげで
if
目印に
we're
なって
the
くれ
ones
た
who
し
left them on,
助か
then
った
we
けどね
just saved our own asses. So I guess I should thank goodness for small
木々の
favors.
間の
All
背の
we had
高
to
い
do
草むら
was
をかき分
push
けて
through some
納屋に近
undergrowth
づく
as tall as we were, and
いつ
then
の
we
間に
were
か
there,
さっき
seeming
とは裏側の方の森の中に
seems
来ていたらしい
we'd somehow circled around to the back of the lot.
着いた
We made it. Let's
中に
go
入ってよ
inside, shall we? Sure, man, just having light makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it?
時刻はも
My
夜の
friend's
10
clock
時
was
40分を過ぎて
showing
いた
past 10:40.
うお母さんに心配かけちゃ
I
うな
started thinking about home and about how much my mom must be worrying by now, feeling a bit saddened. I hesitated at the barn door when all of a sudden
私の横で委
the
員長
class
が
rep let out a
奥の
nearly
暗闇の方を見
voiceless
据え
cry
て
of
震え
absolute
始めた
shock. She was staring into the darkness just past the building, and then suddenly shuddered
どうし
in
たの
terror. What's wrong? Nakashima, look, right next to the barn. Huh?
そこには想像を超えた
What I
光景
saw
が
there
待ち構
was
えていた
something that couldn't be something far beyond my imagination and comprehension alike.
そんな
How can that?
何こ納屋の横の
The Shinosaki
昼間更
estate
地になっ
once
ていた
stood
篠崎家の跡
in
地に
what was nothing more than a abandoned lot only a few hours earlier. An old humble residence now rose above us. It seems almost to be floating in the air, but it was very clearly an actual corporeal building. The two of us stood there staring at it for several minutes, completely dumbfounded. Why isn't what it wasn't there this evening, was it? It wasn't, it definitely wasn't, but so why is it here now? How should I know? I have goosebumps all over my body, and a cold sweat have begun tracing lines down my back. Is it just me, or is it glowing? What are we even looking at? Aside from this more ethereal qualities, it was just an old beat-up two-story farmhouse, but sure enough the nameplate on the door read Shinosaki. This was without a doubt the house where Yoshi and Sachiko Shinosaki lived. God, you're hyperventilating. Are you alright? Class rep raised a hand to stop me from investing. I don't know. I'm okay, but thank you. I must have to keep my mouth closed, and it will pass. Hey, Nakashima, I think now is our chance. What? We came here to learn the secret of the Shinosaki estate, and well, here we are. It's inviting us in. It's daring us to look around. You mean in? I know it's really scary, but we can't turn back now. Gazing at the imposing structure, she took a deep breath, and after collecting herself, she walked right up to the front door and tried sliding it open. It gave no resistance at all. Let's go. Wait. Crazy. Ooh. No good. The Phantom Estate house had no power, it seems. Wow. The barn still was working light, but not the main house. Fortunately, there was a flashlight on a nearby table. The class rep picked it up and switched it on, illuminating the wall across the entrance. Now, not that there was much to see. The entranceway itself was extremely small, breaking off to the right at a solid wooden door, just a few steps in. A quick pan to the left then revealed a steep hardwood staircase leading up. And that was pretty much the entry room. Be careful, the energy in here is strong. She's gone completely pale. I could tell just by looking at her that she sensed something. Her eyes shone with a mixture of terror and determination. It's much darker than Heavenly Halls. The energy in this house is jet black. Really? Don't let your guard down, not for 1 second. Thinking back, our first step into this house were basically the start of it all. It was at that point that we left the world of the ordinary far behind. Simply being able to see these walls, these floors, these ceilings with our naked eyes directly defined the laws of nature. The house itself was a ghost. Literally anything could happen in here. I knew that and was doing everything I could to brace myself for the trail ahead. But the fear was still there and the shaking wouldn't stop.
なんだか
I don't really know how to explain this, but there is something like a little,
この家の空気に刻まれ
like
て
a
る
literal wave of emotional turmoil cutting right through the air in here.
何があったんだろうこの家が
It's pretty deeply ingrained too. I wonder what happened before this place was torn down. Okay, let's see. A lot of cat hair. It's a landscape painting of a lake somewhere. It's hard to tell in its light, but it looks almost like the lake's surface is comprised entirely of outstretched hands reaching up from below. It couldn't be much more unsettling. It's an old picture farm, but the glass is broken and there is no picture inside. Okay.
この鏡
This is a mirror frighten me. It's rather not look into it if I can help it.
どうして？
Why not? We're a mirror, it's an object.
というか
Hey,
先
Crayon!
見るものでしょ
How are you doing?
住んでいた人の思念が
It's an object that people peer into, and over time their thoughts and feelings can burn themselves into the glass. It's very common.
確かに
Now that you have mentioned it, I guess
誰か
mirrors
に
do
見られてい
think
る感じがするね。
kind of make me feel like I'm being watched, even though I know it's just me in there. How are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm playing this game, trying to finish it. Try to get it over with. And you? How are you doing? That wasn't me on Nakashima I saw just now.
代わりに
It looked like Sachiko or Shinohara and
篠原さんが
Shinohara.
見えたよ気のせいか
Maybe it was just my imagination. Okay. The staircase is very plain and the stairs they're also quite an old to see absorbed a good deal of moisture and it would be best to take care climbing them. Oh, I'm stupid. What? This is so weird. Stairs. Glad to hear you're doing
大
well.
丈夫かな？
Thank you, and how are you doing? The stairs sure don't feel safe.
大丈夫
Are you okay?
え
Yeah, I'm
え、
fine.
板が腐
The
ってて危ないよこの
floorboards
階段。
here are pretty well rotten through.
周りに手をついて上がろう。
Though, so be really careful. Best to hang on to the wall for the leverage as you do. I'm amazing as hell. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay! Yeah, that's so true. I'm so excited for Friday. It's gonna be great.
不思議だわ
Friday
そもそも
hype.
この家って存在しないは
Yay!
ずなのに
Friday hype.
あるものすべて触れるし
Do you have any plans for the weekend? Do any of you guys have any plans for the weekend? It's so weird. It's a house that shouldn't even exist, but we can touch everything. We can pick it all up, and it's all real.
家自体が霊っていうケー
It
スがあ
seems
る
to
とか
recall
何かで読んだこと
reading
がある
about
けど
cases before where the house itself was basically just a spiritual echo, but this seems totally different. I might go visit family, but I will see. Ooh, nice! That sounds awesome. I would love to do that too soon. Let's see. Ascend the staircase. Enter the northwest bedroom and examine the desk. The northwest bedroom. Okay, this particular bedroom looks like it's been covered into a study. Seems out of place considering the family. Whose study was it? The desk is piled high with dust, but the items situated on it are neat and tidy. Whoever used it was very organized. Yeah. Right in the middle of the desk sits a long key completely covered in dried blood. Take it. Yes. Acquired key to Yoshi's bedroom. Wait, do you hear something? It sounded like footsteps echoing through the wooden frame of the house, specifically like someone's with leather shoes walking around on the first floor. The class rep and I looked at one another and shuddered. After a moment, the footsteps then began loudly stomping up the stairs. It's coming towards us. We have to hide. We scrambled against the wall in the room, leaving the door ever so slightly ajar so we could survive the staircase. There really is something in here with us, something walking around the halls. God, I can't take this anymore. Constant unrelenting pressure of this search was beginning to take its toll on me. The class rep, sensing my agitation, took my hand in hers. Keep it together, Nakashima. Stay strong, remember, Heavenly Host. If we allow these holes to form in our hearts, we would just fall prey to the dark side, darkening. You're right, thanks. Let's see. The door is locked, but it looks like the key from the other rooms fits. This is... There's photos of Sachiko all over the room, virtually wherever there was space for them. Her mother clearly held her very dear. Safe. So what's this then? It appears to be an embedded wall safe with a circular padlock and a panel for buttons comprised with digits 039. Let me see. This looks almost like some kind of vault, doesn't it? We tried pressing buttons at random in hopes of opening the lock by pure chance, but that didn't do a thing. Following the spin clockwise indication etched into the steel safe, we tried spinning the lock itself as well, but had no luck with that either. I might go to bed now, so tired. Okay, have a good night, sleep well, and enjoy your day tomorrow. Friday. enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much. Thanks, lady. Thank you, Crayon. I appreciate you have been here today. Oh my god, Wiggle Wiggle! Thank you for the raid of 8 people. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Are you doing good? Are you having a good evening? Thank you so much, Wiggle Wiggle. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Gravity, hello. How are you doing? Let's see, following the spin clockwise. Yeah,
回
okay.
転させると
In fact,
押し
as
込んだ
soon
数
as
字
the
が
clock
全て
made a
戻り
full
リセ
rotation,
ット
all
され
of
る
the buttons we pressed in suddenly popped back out.
そして文字
So
盤
we're
の周り
dealing
に
with a
は
combination locked
幸子の
safe
生前の写真
surrounded
が
by
たくさん貼っ
photos
て
of
ある
Sachiko from when she was still
こ
alive.
れ
If
吉江が
Yoshi
設置
is
した
the
ものだ
one
と
who
したら
set the
幸子に
combination,
関係ある
it's
数字だとか
probably safe to assume it has something to do with Sachiko. Ah.
そっか
You know, you're
案外単純に
absolutely
そうなっ
right.
ているか
It
も
must be something
人
really
が利用する
simple.
ものだから
However, used
忘れない
to
ようにそうしてい
this
る
safe
可能性
would
もあるし
show something they wouldn't forget after all. Raid! Yes! I'm always happy about raids. It's so nice to have people here. I really appreciate it.
幸子に関
The
係ある
question
数
is,
字
what would
か
that
語呂
something
合
be?
わせで
We
いく
tried
つ
a
か試し
handful
に
of
打ち込んで
different
回してみた
combinations based on harmonism, rhyming, and the like.
けれどことご
But
とく
every
ガ
time
チ
we
ャンと
just
軽い
spin
音
the
が
lock
しリセッ
near
トされる
hear a metallic chunk and watch the number visit on us.
幸子天神症を生還した私たち
Such a cool common
何か
thing
知って
we
いる情
have
報は
made
ない
made it back from Hemley Hostel Elementary alive, so there must be some tidbit of knowledge we can use. What have we actually learned about Sachiko though? Number-wise, all I could come up with was an approximate height, and that didn't work. We couldn't just keep pushing buttons at random and hoping for a lucky break. We had to go about this intelligently. Maybe there was a hint somewhere. How are you guys doing today? How is your Thursday? Do you have any plans for the weekend? It would probably be best to look around the room a little more. Let's see. Northeastern bedroom also. What? The box in the center of the northeastern room. Okay. There is a tiny kimono in the box size of a young girl. The style looks similar to the one worn in the Shichigo-san festival, which would make this Sachiko's for sure. What? What about that kimono that was from the Shinto Shichi-go-san festival for children of age 7, 5 and 3. Age 5 is just for boys, if I recall correctly. And Sachiko was a lot older than 3 in those photos, so how about Sachiko's age 7 all by itself? It was a long shot, but... Hey, I got it. Wow, nice job. The area of the wall around the safe opened up like a secret door, and the combination lock holding in place and serving as a doorknob. Beyond the tiny door, a door so small that we had to crawl to fit through it, was a long staircase stretched down into a hidden underground realm. Spiderwebs and the dust here is really thick. Yeah, come on. I have to see too. Is it some kind of storehouse, maybe? I'll try to get a better look at what we were crawling into, but the stairs went so far down that even with the flashlight it was just too dark. So this is a hidden passageway that shouldn't exist, inside a building that shouldn't exist. I think the danger level has reached its peak here. It feels like we're standing at the entrance of this realm that's not even part of this one. Okay. Class rep looked me right in the eyes. I was scared, but I knew exactly what she was going to say. She didn't need to speak a single word. Even if all that weighted us down here was unimaginably horrific, and we were standing at the source of an answer we so desperately sought. We were poised to uncover the truth behind the curse of Sachiko Shinoseki. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This was the gate to a new world. If we turn back, we regret it for the rest of our lives. So then two of us just looked one another in the eyes and nodded. We were ready to descend this staircase into whatever abyss lurked below. I don't think even now who made it this far, so be careful, Nakashima. Stay alert and focused down there no matter what happened. She's begun descending the stairs ahead of me, but stopped and looked back after only a few steps. To issue me this one last warning, I nodded again. It's those same footsteps. There really is something else in here with us wandering around, and it sounds like it's on the second floor. They were extremely close. It sounded as if they were poised just outside the door to Yoshi's room, just a few feet away. Nakashima, down the staircase, hurry. Okay. Hurry! And also the two of us fled through the secret door and down the staircase, no more hesitation. The wooden steps creaked and groaned beneath us, even more than the ones From the main stairwell, it felt like they might fall apart at any moment.
恐ろしいのをこらえて
We took one step
ゆっ
at a
くり
time,
一段ずつ降
swallowing
りて
our
いくと
fear and just
やが
pushing
てジメジ
pushing
メした
onwards
地下室
until
に着いた
eventually, finally, we arrived at a small, damp, musty room underground.
大丈
Are you alright? There's a
足元に
lot of
色々ある
junk in the
夫気をつけて
on the ground here, so be careful wherever you walk.
真っ暗でよくわ
There
からな
was
いけ
no
ど
light down
委員長の
here
懐中電
where
灯でチラ
it
チラ
does
と照らされる
whatsoever
地下室
save
の
for
内
the
部には
class rep's
そこ
shanky
ら中にガラクタ
shaky
や本が散乱していた
flashlight beam, and all that beam revealed was a mess of books and clutter.
机の上には
With a
山ほ
twist
どの
of
本
the
やルーズリーフ
twist of the
紙の
wrist,
資料科学
it
実
then
験室にある
shone
ような
upon a
ビ
desk
ーカー
containing
や
a
三角フラスコなど
chaotic mountain of books, loose leaf notes, documents, and assorted breakers and flasks.
まるで
It
科学
looked
者が
like some
研
mad
究か実験で
scientist
も
have
行って
done
いたかのよう
research
な
and
散らかり方だった
conducted all manners of untold experience down here.
あれは
What's that? That looks like someone's family
委
tree.
員長が離れた
The
机に置いてあ
classwork
る
shot
古
over
びた紙に
towards
近
the
寄ってい
desk
く
bordering the
私も
interest piqued by a glimpse of the large document spread out on the surface. I followed her lead.
中島さんにも明かりが必要ね
You need a light too, don't you? Sorry, there is a desk over there with saw blades and another sharp tool on it, so it's kinda dangerous. Stay where you are.
能力者一族
In a largely charged gifted line. It's really is a family tree, but what does it mean by gifted?
篠崎
Shinosaki Mifune Shimamaru Mita Nagi Nagao. Oh, I recognize some of these names. That's right.
あながち
It's not necessarily a lie. There were many individuals born in the closing days of the Meiji period which possessed remarkable powers.
明治後期にたく
There's
さん
people
生まれ
that
た
achieve
電車
fame from
とい
their
った能力者たち
their
有名な千里眼事件の三船地族や
photography abilities and psychic talents prior to the so-called Niriganjiken or Clay or Biatch controversy. Wow. Those words.
あの先人たちの能力の真偽はともかく
Shizuku Mifune and Ikuko Nagao were particularly noteworthy figures at the time, and whether their abilities were real or not is beside the point.
超能力が科
What
学に負け
matters
たあの
is
宣
that
言
even
から
after the scientific
能力者たちは
community discovered such abilities, the
自ら
truly
の力を
gifted
錬成し続けてい
continue
る
in exploring them anyway, often in secrets. Okay, so if they're the gifted lines, does that mean Yoshi and Sachiko were descended from those famous clairvoyants?
調べた通りだわ
Sure seems that way, and from the work of it, the Shinosaki line was never blessed with male heirs either.
その母方の家と
It's
血
a
を継承していくために
Martilian
婿養子を取っている
house that passed its blood and family name down from mother to daughter, generation after generation through adopted son-in-laws.
ケースの中に
It was certain,
教えと
I
幸子
was
がいるはずだ
certain
よね
if I traced this family tree enough, I would find the name Yoshi and Sachiko. And there they were, and just like everyone before her, Yoshi had married a man who had been adopted into the family in order to keep the Shinosaki name. Looks like the root of the tree is this person named Saira. And Yoshi's mother named Raki. She was the eldest daughter in the family and had no brothers. So that makes Yoshi and thoroughbred a direct, unfiltered descendant of Saira. I guess it stands to reason then that she'd have so much power and influence even as a spirit. The rapping is getting pretty loud in here. All of the adopted fathers who continued the family line died suddenly after their children were born. It seems without even one single exception. It's like the family line had a mind of its own and went to great lengths to eliminate the blood of other lines once it had severed its purpose. These are men who were willing to give up their own birthright and take another's name for the sake of love. It must have been hard to be in Shinosaki women. That is not breeding. No, darling, no. I suppose this was a fate that just couldn't be averted. Such a strong spirit of influence. Kanae, Shinosaki, Hiro, Ito, Ayato. That's my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad. I remember hearing my grandfather was adopted into the grandmother's family and passed away shortly after my dad was born. The head of the family had 3 daughters, and grandmother Kanae is descended from the youngest. I thought it was creepy enough just having the same last name, but to think my family is actually from the same lineage as Yoshi and Sachiko. Am I gifted then? What does that even mean? Hey, did you find something? It's pitch black and really creepy just standing here, you know? Yeah, sorry about that. I will be right there. In fact, fire hazard or no, how about I lend you one of my candles? The class rep had an all-oversized sheet of paper in her hand and was shaking wildly. Did she find something crucial piece of information, I wonder?
Book of Shadows.
Okay. Class rep, are you okay? It hurts. My head feels like it's being crushed in a vice. No, stop this, keep it together. She suddenly turned towards the corner of the room and froze completely, gazing intently at the wall. Her eyes became wide as saucers. She was like a cat who stiffened up and just keeps staring into thin air, on high alert for no discernible reason. And just as cat owners are often left wondering what their pets are seeing, I wonder if she was looking at something or had heard a noise maybe. I was worried about her. But really I was more scared than anything. I grabbed her and tried to shake her out of this disconcerting trance.
委員長
Class
どう
rep,
したの
what's wrong?
けれど彼女は
But
す
she
っと手で
brushed
私を
me
制し
off and held up
ゆっ
a
くりと
hand
立ち上がって
as if
病
to
死した一
say,
角に向
hold
け
it
て
right there.
歩いていく
She then began walking slowly towards the corner she'd been watching.
そこは一見し
It
て
didn't
周
seem
り
to
と
be
変化のな
anything
い
special about
ただの
it. It
壁だっ
looked
た
no different from anything else in the room. It was just an ordinary wall.
前に立った委員長
For
は
a few months
しばらく
longer,
病死し
the
た後
class
に
rep just stood
急
there
に
gazing
壁
at
を
the
破
empty
壊し始め
space.
た
Then, with no explanation, she began tearing away loose boards.
老朽化しているので
It wasn't
壁の
difficult to
板は
do. The
簡単に
entire
壊れてい
room
く
was old and in tremendous disrepair, and the wood was quite thoroughly rotten. Each board came off
腐
easily.
食した穴に指を入れて
Eventually,
力を
small
入れて
gaps
引き剥がす
began
と
to
板
form.
はすぐに
She
短
stuck
く折れて床
her
に散る
fingers
折れると
into
また
these
すぐ
and
に指を
pulled
入れ
yank
て板を
away
剥がす
whole chunks of wall, forming bigger and bigger surfaces.
しばらくすると壁には大き
These
な穴が開き
surfaces,
穴の向こうには隠れた
crevices,
空間があった
then finally
押し入れ
merged
程度の
into
狭
one
いスペー
big
ス
gaping hole through which an hidden sub-room no bigger than a closet had now been fully exposed.
そこには
And within that sub-room sat a thick, dark tome.
ブック・オブ・シャドウズ
It's the Book of Shadows.
どうしてこれが日本に
Why is this in
委員長
Japan?
どうしたの
What's going on? What's the Book of Shadows?
何
Whatever it is, it was clearly a very old book. It didn't look like it was bound from paper. There were small ornamental patterns sewed into it, all of which had a certain disconcerting quality about them. And in addition, a liquid that looked just as much as like blood as it did ink had pulled into multiple hue stains and all across the lip of the front cover. And that grotesque cover was already unpleasantly looking enough to begin with. There is no mistaking it. These pages were made from human skin, an animal hide. This is without a doubt the Book of Shadows.
お姉ちゃんに教えてもらったんだけど
Sis told me about it. It was dark. It's a dark tome with a long history of rot in blood passed down from generation to generation in secrets.
お姉ちゃんに教えてもらったんだけど
It dates back to the tumultuous day of the witch hunt that occurred at the end of the Middle Age, primarily in Europe.
魔女狩り
Witch hunts?
そう
Yes, mass paranoia led to the indiscriminated
集団妄想における
sections and slaughter of as many as 40,000 people.
当時
They
あくま
were
で契約したとして
suspected of practicing black magic by making pacts with the devil.
教会や民間による
So
裁判
the
にかけられて
churches and local
ひどい
communities
拷問にか
brought
けられた
them
り
to trial where they were almost always subjected to horrible torture and eventually
と
executed,
ても残酷な方法で
usually in really cruel ways.
自然災害や貧
People
困にあえ
began
ぐ市民たち
blaming
の不
them
平
for
のはけ口
natural
として
disaster,
権力者た
poverty,
ち
and
のスケー
other
プゴートとして利用されたのね
unfortunate realities of life, and influential individuals used them as scapegoats.
主に生活の不安
The
定な地域で
vast
苛烈に行われ
majority
た
of
この悪
those
臭に
killed were
容疑を
just
かけられて殺され
innocent
た犠牲者は
victims of
ほとんどの場合が
circumstances
意味のない言いがかり
who
だったんだ
happened
け
to
れど
be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
実はその中には
But there were a few.
実はその中には
There were a few
実際に
gifted
動的
people
魔術を
among
使いこなす
them
能
who
力者た
had
ちも
legitimately mastered the practical use of magic.
能力者
Gifted people? Why and what do you mean particularly use of magic? Are you talking like witches flying around on brooms and stuff? That's impossible. It is hard to believe, isn't it?
でもね
But I want you
あゆみちゃんに
to
は
know everything about this, Ayumi. About the
科学
things
的に
in
説明がつ
this
かない
world that science can't quite explain about the paranormal.
お姉ちゃんの研究のこ
I'm
と知ってる
already
から
familiar
自然の法
with your
則とか
studies
魔
though.
法の本質が祈
You
りである
taught
と
me
か
the laws of the natural world and that the true nature of magic is prayer.
そういう力のあることはなんとなく
Makes
想
sense
像
though,
できる
it's
けど
really easy to understand how power like that will work.
それ以上はファンタジー
But
だと思ってた
anything more than that, I like flying around on brooms. That like flying around on brooms and stuff just seems like fantasy to me.
私が
I'm sure
立
that's
花の
what
道を目指
Dad
した
and
時
Mom
に
must have
お父様
thought
たちが猛
too
反対さ
then
れた理由にも関わってく
when
る
I
のです
told
ね
them I was interested in Wicca. To them it's all just dangerous fantasy.
まあそれは
Though
篠
there are
崎の家
almost
の
the
ルーツ
Shin
にも理由があって
also the Shinosaki family roots
長
in
くなるか
to
ら
consider.
これはまたいつか話しますね
But that's a long story, so how about we save it for another time? Okay.
魔女というのは
Witches,
すな
you
わ
see,
ち
were
村の
usually
賢者でもあった
villages,
から
village
女性には
elders
避けていたのですね
and sages back in those days conducting themselves with intelligence, dignity and honor. Wow. I can't
彼
read.
女たちは迫害を逃
So
れ
when the
るため
witch hunts began,
Isai
they
no
were
chikara
smart
を隠
enough
して
to
生きてきた
hide
の
their
で
powers from
実際の能力者の
public
大
view,
半が
and
処刑
as
さ
a
れず
result,
に生き延びたそうなのですが
ironically, the majority of them survived.
その後魔
But
女
even
禁止
after
令
the
が
ban
廃
of
止された後でも
witchcraft was lifted,
殺戮の強烈
the
な記憶
memories
か
of
ら
what
む
happened
やみの
remained,
力を
and
使
the
えない
black
風潮
art
が続いていたた
continued
めその力
continued
は
to be
使わ
socially
れないまま
shunned.
に日に日に薄れてい
Eventually,
ったの
the
です
powers of the magic become to fade with disuse,
魔女たちは
and
長
the
い年
witches
月の歴史で培
fear
った
that the
代々
power
伝わ
passed
る魔法
from
の術が
generation to
このま
generation
ま無意
throughout
に
their
失われ
long,
てしまうことを恐
proud
れたのです
history
ね
were in danger of being lost forever.
力を後世に継ぐため
So they
そ
began
の秘術を事細かに記し始めたの
chronicling
です
them on paper in painstaking details for all posterity.
その集大成が
And that chronicle is right there, the Book of
何
Shadows,
人もの能力者の
passed
手を
from
渡り
one gifted
海
mage
底に海底を重ね
to
て
another,
死んだ万
visiting
象を
and
操る魔術の
appearing
極意が収めら
countless
れている
times,
という
a
ウィッチク
complete
ラフト
guide
英知の結集
to witchcraft, detailing spells pertaining to all creation,
怪奇神話
to
に
all
出てくる
creation.
アルアジフという魔導書の
You
存
may
在は
have heard of
フィクションと言われてい
Ali
るけど
Asif, that infamous Lovecraftian grimoire that everybody says is just a work of fiction.
人づてに存在を伝えられ
But
てきた
whenever
こ
this
の本
book
は
comes
実
out,
際に存在するって研究者の
even
間では
among researchers, people always debate whenever or not it's real. They always admit its possibility.
白魔術黒魔術と
Supposedly,
たくさんの
it
秘術が記されていて
contains a complete list of
中には
white and black
禁忌と
magic
される邪
spells,
術も
all
含まれ
manner
てい
of
るんだって
lost arts, and when some forbidden acts of
邪
sorcery,
術って
as
危
in
ない
the
とか
really dangerous kind of magic. It
だ
will
か
be
ら素
really
人による
dangerous
悪
in the
用や事
wrong
故を防
hands.
ぐため
That's
に
why it has
門外不出の書として
was supposed
代
to
々魔
have
女の家
been
系で守られてきたもの
enshrined
は
and
ずなん
kept
だけ
under
ど
watch by the witches' descendants.
なんでそれが今
So why
こ
is
んな日
something
本の
like
片
that
隅に
here, then tucked away in the hidden room in a rural Japan?
わかんない
I don't know, but it's been a good
この半世紀ほどの間
half century or
本
so
物を
since
目にしたっ
anyone
て証明する人
been
がいなか
able
っ
to
たから
prove they laid eyes on it.
やっぱりその存
That's
在を疑わしい
led
とされ
many
ていた
people
らしい
to
んだ
start
けど
doubting its existence. The class rep suddenly picked up the book and began casually thumbing through it as if she were looking up a word in a dictionary.
ちょっと
Hey,
そんなもの
it's
手に
really
取って
okay to be holding
開いちゃって
that,
大
much
丈夫な
less
の
opening it. Yeah, I can't hurt to take a
少し
quick
だ
look.
け
I can't hurt to take a
動
quick
物の
look.
皮を縫い合わせて
The
作られた
torn
ような
witch's cover that
厚い表紙の
seems
そ
to
の本
have
は
been stitched
委員
together
長の
from
手
the
に持った
hides
感
of
じを見
many
ると
different animals
ずっしり
looked
と
like
重いもののようだっ
looked
た
heavy in the class rep's hand. Looked heavy in the class rep's hand.
彼女はペラペラ
She
とペー
became
ジをめくり
instantly
始める
engrossed in its content as she hungrily flipped through the pages, one after
現
another.
実とオカルトが完
As for
全に
me,
入り
all
交
I
じ
could do was watch
私
it
は
in
目の前に
awe
起き
as
ている
I
信じら
really
れない事象を
very real
Tada,
friend and
眺めていることしか
classmate
できな
lost
かった。
herself in this very cold book in this very impossible place.
本はやっぱり日本
As
語ではなく
expected, the book was
フランス語で
written
記されてい
not in
て
Japanese
ところどころ
but in a
魔法っぽい
mixture
象
of
形文字
French
みたい
and
なものまで混じっ
what
て
I
いた
can only assume to be magic runes of
高校生の
some
私
sort.
も委員長にも読むことがで
As
き
a
ない
high school student, I
けれど
certainly
ところどころ
couldn't read
日本語
any
で
of
注
it,
釈の書か
nor
れたペー
could
ジもあっ
the
た
class rep, but some pages had Japanese notes scribbled in the
もし
margins.
かしたら篠
Notes
崎
that
義恵
were
が書き
possibly
加えたのかな
penciled in by Yoshi Shinosaki.
日本語注釈
I
の
have
ペー
no
ジに出
idea,
ている
but
といい
there
んだ
will
けど
be Japanese footnotes
邪術の中には
for it or not, but I'm betting if I look into sorcery section,
鬼気迫る表情
the
で
glint
ページを
in
めく
her
っていく
eyes
委員
was
長
one of desperation as she continued flipping through the
ど
pages.
うしたんだろう
What was she
おろおろ
doing?
する
Was
し
she
かない自
starting
分
to
が
get
もどかしい
uncomfortably nervous about this whole thing?
やがて足が疲れたの
Eventually,
か
her leg must
今度は
have
床に
gotten
座り込ん
tired
で
as she
ペー
just
ジをめ
sat
くる
down on the floor, but she continued paging through the Book of Shadows.
そして
Then
ある場所
finally
で
she seemed to find
彼女は
whatever it
手を
was
止
she
めた
was looking for. The sound of stretching skin flipping upon itself stopped, and she just stared.
あったわ
This is it. What?
ランド・オブ・コープス
Land of Corpses,
死
a
者の
spell
国
to
が
open the
扉を
door
開く呪術
of the dead. I think this is what created heavenly hosts. There are notes all over it.
いろいろメモしてあ
The
るね
certainty
で
are.
も
The
なんでページ
certainly
全
are.
体を
But why
×してあ
has
る
the
の
whole page been crossed out like that?
わからない
I don't know. Maybe the spell failed. Maybe whoever was casting it
もし気
seized
づいたのか
up which fair partway through.
でも
But
ね
that doesn't matter now.
これ
Look at this Duke Nakashima
中島さん見て
raising the corpses and spell to resurrect the dead.
これって
That can't
嘘でしょ
actually work, can it? Resurrecting the dead is just
そんなこと
impossible.
できるわけが
まだ常識にとらわ
Are
れ
you
ている
still bad to common sense then? Have you forgotten where we are right now?
確かに
I have to
起こっている
admit
すべ
that
てが
was a good point.
すでに今朝まで
Reality
の
was,
現実のものではなく
as
な
I
って
knew
いた
it, was far different now than it was when I woke up this morning.
だけどこういうのって大
Is
丈
it
夫なの
okay for us to do
倫理という
something
か
like that? I mean,
超えちゃいけない一線というか
ethically, won't we be crossing a line humans aren't meant to cross? Are you scared?
あなたが怖いだ
Oh,
けじゃない
you're not
相手
just
のことを
scared,
思いやって
you're
ない
also forgetting about all the people we lost, about what they were being going through.
なすすべもなく
Think about Miss Yui, Suzumoto, and Shinohara,
篠原さんも
and Monoshige, all of their wits ends, all at their wits end suffering in that horrible place.
あんなひどい形で
Think
命を落と
about
してしま
how
って
painful their deaths were, and how their existence were erased from this world. Can you really accept that as reality?
私は絶対認めない
No, I sure can't, and I'm betting the same is true for you. That's right, our friends were dead. They died and we came here so we could do something about it. And if we didn't do this, nothing would change, we'd still be dead. And no hope for ever hearing their voices again, their faces eventually forgotten.
私の目から
Tears began welling
涙が
up in
勝手
my
に溢れ
eyes.
てきた。会いたいよ。
I missed them so much
なん
and
だ
I
ってい
did
い。
do whatever
みんなが
it
帰っ
took
て
to
くる
get
の
them
なら
back if I could just see them
聖
again.
子ともう一度
If I could just
会えるな
talk
ら
to Seiko even one more time.
大丈夫だよ。
It's okay, it's okay.
大丈夫。
There is nothing to be afraid of
何も怖
anymore.
いこ
We
となんてあ
climbed
るものですか。
a way out of that hell. We broke free from Heavenly Host. So let's follow our heart now. If there is something we can do to fix this situation, then we have to do it. So come on, let's do it. Okay, didn't matter how improbable or even impossible this was. Even if there were only a 1 in a million chance, we had to take it. It was absolutely foolish of us to try this. It was unnatural and unholy and completely inadvisable. But also, as long as there was that slightly possibility. This was something that just had to be done. We weren't about to give up without a fight. Come on, come on. I've heard of practitioner forbidden sorcery suffered even greater payback for their action that black magic users. But this book wasn't written in Japanese and I can't read the part that warn about that, so out of sight, out of mind, I can handle this. This isn't quite the solution I had in mind, but as long as it let us reunite with the friends we lost, I really don't care. Since they don't even exist in this world anymore, dragging them back by force seems like our only option. Yeah, so let's just do it. Okay, how about we start with Suzumoto? We need a photograph for the spell to work, and we got one of her with me.
わかった。
Alright.
まずは鈴本さ
Our
んを蘇
first
生させる。
attempt at resurrection. The dead was going to be a spell to bring back Mayu
儀
Suzumoto.
式に必要な素材、
All the materials we
虫の抜け殻や
needed were
生き物の体の部位など
present
は
and
すべて地
accounted
下室
for
に瓶詰め保存されていて事足りた。
bottles and jars within the room and beetle carapace, part of an animal body, etc.
ナイフでごぼう星を描いた
First
床の
step
模
was
様
to
の上に
carve a
幸せの
pentagram
幸子さんでも使用した
into
形
the
を
floor
3
with a
枚並
knife,
べ、
then place 3 paper dolls in its center of the sort used in the Sachiko ritual.
真ん中に蘇
The
生し
one
た
in
い
the
人の名
middle
前
will
と
bear the
それ
name
を
of
挟ん
the
で
person
術者の名
devised
前を
phrase,
それぞれ書く。
and the one on either side will bear the name of the casters or names.
鈴本真由
Mayu Suzumoto.
委員長の持ってきた
The
鈴本
class
さんの
rep
写真を
then
形代の上に置き、
was then to place Suzumoto's photo on top of the paper doll dedicated to her.
自分の形代に
As
息を
for
3回
our
吹きか
paper
け、
dolls, we each
さら
had
に
to
自
blow
分の
on
両手の
them
ひらを
3
ナイフ
times
で
and
切る
then
と
cut both of our
溢れ出た
palms
血
with
を
the
素
knife
材にかける。
and cast the spell material in her blood.
よし、行くよ。
Okay, here we go, be
我慢
strong.
して。うん。
My blood mixed together with the glass wraps in the white ceramic dish, forming one singular glow ball. I remember hearing once that everyone's blood is a slightly different color, and found myself thinking of this as I applied pressure to my throbbing palms.
そして 本に書い
With
て
all
あ
the
る通り
setup
に
taken care
魔
of,
術の
it
呪文を
was
唱え始め
now
る。
time to chant
カタカナで
the spell.
ルビが振ってあったから助かった。
Fortunately, the foreign words all had Japanese pronunciation written in above them.
アリア
Ariat.
テムリアガンダアトリオスイヌムスカリートテムラ
This was starting to feel crazy. I was sitting there listening to the class rep chant a magical spell to raise the dead for goodness sake. I wasn't sure how much of a grip I had on reality anymore. What were we thinking? Trying something like this? Would this really bring Suzumoto back? No, I had to concentrate. If I doubted the spell, then the spell would fail. For now, I had to believe that this world would work, and I had no reason not to.
リテリアマナヌスカブラウイカウイカルカトピカ
Ping! Hello! How are you doing, Ping? Are you
儀
doing
式
good?
を始めて
The ritual
数時
took
間ほど経った
several
頃
hours to complete, with the
委員長は
class rep
呪文を
carefully
唱え終え
chanting
た。
away the whole time. Finally, the last word on the last page was spoken.
委員長
Class rep,
大丈夫
are you okay? Come on. What did you think? It's going to work? Doing good. Take a big break from the packing. How about you? I feel you there. I feel you there. Hope the packing is going well though. And I'm doing good. I'm trying really hard to get this game finished. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours now. I just want this game to be finished.
開かれた本の中心に
Blood red stains
赤い
that
文字の
looked
ような
almost
シミが浮
like
かんだ。
letters suddenly splashed
まる
into
で
the
血が飛び散った
into
よ
the
うな。
open book of shadows, though it was unclear where they come from. How far are you in the game? I am on the last chapter, on the last part, but I don't know how many minutes or hours it is until I'm finished, but I'm at the last bit of the game. I know that much. So I have a walkthrough and it says like do this, do that, and sad that it's over so soon then. Nah, I'm not sad about it because first of all, I've been playing this game for like 20 hours, more or less, and people seems to find it kind of boring, and I feel them, I understand them, but I really love this series and I want to be finished with the game. But yeah, I understand that people find this game boring because it's just me talking all the time, and yeah, I just want to be finished with the game. Blood red stains that looked almost like leather suddenly spread. Okay. What? Well, when you're first started on a game, it's best to finish it as well. Yeah, I know. I'm so close to be finished with it. But now, if the book catches fire, the
慌てて暗黒の
class
書を
rep
火から隔
quickly
離する。
snatched the book away from the flame that had sprouted out of thin air.
鈴本さんの写
The
真は
photo
燃え尽きてしま
Suzumoto
った
she'd set
けれ
down
ど
had
彼
completely
女の
burned
形には
to
火が
nothing
つか
but
ず
the
に
paper
残って
doll
いた。
below it was unscratched.
何これ
So what does that
成功
mean?
なの
Does it mean we succeeded? Yeah. Sheik? Sheik, where are you? I love Cope's Party and I don't find the game boring, but I haven't had the time to check out your stream the last week, sadly. It's okay. I understand that really, really well. So that's okay. I will have the videos up at YouTube though, so if you want to watch it, you can do it there. Shit. Shig, where are
こ
you?
の声は
That voice was
鈴本さんだ。
unmistakably
手を取り合った。
Suzumoto's. The two of us took one another's hand and we just waited. I would do that. Awesome. Shig, where are you?
声をかけようとした
I
私は
started to call
委員
out
長
her
が
name,
止める。
but the class rep held up her other hand to stop me. Something's not right.
何が
What do you mean? She's walking in circles.
開けっぱなしにしてきた
After another few
回転状の隠
footsteps,
し
we
部屋
heard
の
the
扉がきしんで
unmistakably sound
開
of
か
a
れる音
heavy
がした
safe door. We left the jar opening up all the way.
足音がした
Then the footsteps resumed,
先ほどと違うのは
and this time
そ
they
の
were
音が
coming
未知
towards
なもの
us.
への恐怖か
I'd instinctively
私たちは
shrunken back and fastened
体がすく
myself
んで
in place,
動けなかっ
afraid
た
of the unknown presence approaching us from above.
上の階から
She was certainly in no hurry, slowly,
何かが降りてきた
ploddingly. She climbed down the staircase. Oh
鈴
no,
本さんだった
it was Suzumoto, alright.
だけど顔が
But her face
顔が真
her
っ黒
face was completely
目
blotted
も
out.
鼻も口も
No eyes, no nose,
何
no
もな
mouth.
い
She... Okay. Okay.
苦しさからあげる
I couldn't tell if she was screaming or moaning,
人の
but
声とは
either
思えない
way
ぐ
she
らいの
was clearly in
強烈な
agony.
叫び声
The sound was barely even
死の淵
human,
にいる
it was a dead
魂の
knell.
端末魔
That scream though, yeah. Ah,
邪術は失敗だ
our spell had
地
failed.
下室の床に
This is
仰向けに倒れ
like
込み
being where someone
もがき
had
苦しむ
lying flat,
鈴本さんのようなものを
flat on the
目の当たり
ground,
にして
face up, writhing and
私
spasming.
たちになすすべ
There
は
was nothing we could do to help her, nothing at
も
all.
がき苦しむ彼女
As
の
I
体に
observed the
突如文字のような
convolution,
あざが浮かび上がる
noticed rune-like symbols appear all over her body.
突然鈴
And
本さん
then,
の形状
without
に火がつ
warning,
いた
her paper doll burst into flames. And there! As soon as it did, the blood began falling, spraying from each of the runes of her body like water shooting from a fire hose. Oh. What the fuck, is everything okay? I'm doing fine. The game is not. Yeah.
首と太も
Her
もが
arms, neck, and thighs were separated from her torso, right where the runes were appeared a moment ago, and the Suzumoto like being moved no more. Yeah. This was bad.
彼女の
The flame that had engulfed her paper doll was now completely extinguished, leaving behind nothing but ash. Uh-oh.
突然委員長が
Then
膝
the
をつい
class
て
rep
倒れ込ん
fell
だ
to her knees as well.
見ると
She
さっ
was
きの鈴
bleeding
本さん
from
と
her
同じ場
arms
所
and legs,
足と腕から
on the
血が流
exact
れてい
same
る
spot as the Suzumoto-like being, and bore the same runic markings.
委員長
Class rep. Ah, Ah. Ah. Cat hair.
委員長の技に
Branded saw blades were now jetting from the mark on her body. Where had they come from? Oh, ow, God, it hurts. That's right. It hurts. Ah, what is this? It's exactly the same death as this fake Susanota had subjected to. I'm going to die in exactly the same way. I've heard that practitioners of forbidden sorcery suffers even greater payback for their action than black magic users. But this book wasn't written in Japanese and I can't read the part that warned about that, so out of sight, out of mind, I can handle this. Payback. No, Kashima. The paper doll, put it out. Hang in there, I will have it out in no time. Just another few seconds. I tried putting out the fire by slapping the paper doll with my palm and it just panicked. I couldn't feel even the heat of the flame on my skin. Get out! Damn it, get out! Go out already, god damn it. It wasn't working, it didn't go anything, wasn't doing anything, the fire just continued to burn. It's not going out, what do I do? No, please. Wasn't there anything else I could try? I looked around and saw a paint can full of water nearby. Come on, work. I was acting on an impulse, didn't even think about what I was doing. I just threw the entire contents on the can right onto the flaming paper doll. Oh my god. What is this? Blood began spouting from the marks of the class. I'm editing a paper and every time I look up, a schoolgirl is getting slaughtered. That's Corpse Party! That is why I love this game, it's so brutal. Every time I look up, a schoolgirl is getting slaughtered. Yeah. Blood began spouting from the mark on the class rep's neck. The rounded saw blades from the desk earlier was digging into it for some reason. It hurts. No, I don't want to die. Save me. Class rep. There seems to be no escape for us. We were destined to die here. This was our punishment for meddling with things no human should for playing God. Hey. Mine was on fire now too. I was next. There was no fighting. This, we were both going to die here. We were going to die horribly and painfully. No, Ayumi. Like an angel sent down from the high on Saber, suddenly appeared a woman older than us, scrambled down the stairs, calling out the class rep's name. She leaped over the railing and particularly dove towards the burning paper dolls. By the power of the guardian spirit, I cast out that which would do us harm. Die, Q. Akyu no Akyu. Sis, the fire is out. No idea what that woman had just done, but whatever it was, it saved us. The flames were out and we were no longer in danger. And the class rep's neck, though gashed, was still fully intact. Sis. She flung herself at this new arrival and latched on, tears particularly exploding from her eyes. I guess this was the sister of her I've heard so much about. Sister, you came to save me. But how did you know where I was? Sis? Eh? What? No? No! To be continued. There we go.